What's up, guys? Welcome to a Monday night, July 4th stream. Happy July 4th if you celebrate it. Thank you guys for joining me. I have no idea what we're going to talk about. I guess we'll probably talk about UFC 276, the potential Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira trilogy. I guess you can kind of call it that. I don't know because you had the two kickboxing fights, but this will be the first MMA fight. We can talk some O'Malley Munoz. That's been a hot topic lately. A lot of what I feel like is misinformation going around online. And basically just whatever you guys want to talk about. Just a chill stream. And I'll just answer all your guys' questions. And I think that does it. I mean, we did the... I got to work on Fiziev versus RDA prediction. That'll probably be out tomorrow. I've been busy all day. So I figured I wasn't going to probably do that prediction video tonight. So I figured why not just jump on a stream just because I'm not making the prediction video. I don't have the graphics ready. I don't feel like making them just yet. So I'll probably make it all tomorrow, release it tomorrow night. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm kind of a little annoyed because I've already done a prediction video for that. And then the fight got canceled a couple days before. And so I got to make that Rafael Dos Anjos versus Rafael Fiziev prediction video. And it will be out tomorrow. So, limited time. It takes a lot of work to make these prediction videos. So, try to add graphics in them. Try to have good analysis. Try to go back and watch some recent fights. Try to make a tail of the tape. Edit it, render it in 4K. Takes a long time. As always, guys, don't forget to like the stream. Do me a favor and like the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. Help the channel grow. I would greatly appreciate it. I don't even know how many subscribers we're at. We're getting to 4,000. We're getting to 4,000. Let's see. I got to go check. Hold on one second. We are at 3,803 subscribers. So we're creeping up. We're less than 200 subscribers away from 4,000. I did an hour post fight for UFC 276, and I've done 3 videos since then. One discussing whether or not I think Pedro Munoz quit. The Alex Pereira Adesanya fight, I made a 13-minute and 13-second. I didn't even realize it was that long. Video on Adesanya versus Alex Pereira, just kind of giving my take on that fight and an early prediction. And then a what's next for Cejudo and O'Malley, just a look at who potential opponents that he could be fighting in his next fight. And I think he has a lot of options, to be honest. And I give my take on what I would like to see in that video. So if you haven't watched those videos yet, make sure to go check those out. I have a bunch of stuff, honestly, I want to work on. But, I mean, it's just so... I'm telling you guys, it's a lot more. You guys see a 10-minute video or 12-minute video. It just takes a lot longer than that to make the actual video. If anybody's ever done it, they know exactly what I'm talking about. I want to make a what's next for Jalen Turner. I got to make my prediction video first. I might make an updated O'Malley Munoz video because there's a lot of stuff going on, but I want to see if we get any more information. I hate jumping on a video and then more information comes out. So we'll see about that. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. And anything else you guys suggest, and if there's any big breaking news this week, obviously I'll be on that. But it just takes a lot, guys. It takes a lot to make all this content, all these live streams, all these videos. It is 11:04 right now. So, all right, guys. Throw some questions in the chat. Do you bet on fights? No, I do not. Ryan Hong. What's up, Big Rocker? Your pound for pound top 5. Volk, Usman. Just off the top of my head, Volk, Usman, Piotr Yan. I know that's going to be a hot take there. Piotr Yan. Adesanya. I'm excluding John Jones. He hasn't fought in over 2 years, so I'm excluding John Jones. Oh, man. Who am I forgetting? Let's just pull it up. I'm going Volkanovski, Usman. Piotr Yan. Adesanya. Charlie Olives. So there you go. I don't really put a lot of stock in pound for pound, though. So What's going on, Joey? Been enjoying the post UFC 276 content. Thank you. Besides you, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, my friend. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I really am. I love hearing that. So, what's up, Constantly Growing? That's emoji doesn't show up on StreamYard, but thank you for being a member. Vittori still thinks he's going to become a champ at some point. He's kind of young, so you never know, but I doubt it. Just curious, how do you have Yan over Izzy with all the title defenses? Honestly, I have the most simplistic version of pound for pound. If I thought they were of equal size, who do I think would win? If Piotr Yan was the same size as Israel Adesanya, I think Piotr Yan would win. That's it. So, what's up, Tommy? What's going on, Tommy? How's it going? Thanks. That's the pound for pound for me as well. What's up? So we're exactly the same. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, because I truly believe, that Piotr Yan is like one of the best fighters in the world. So I know Aljo technically beat him twice, one by DQ. No, where do I find that at? What was that of? I love your picture, display picture, by the way. Has it always been that? Yuri versus Yan mini breakdown. Who wins? Whew. Whew. That's tough. Because Yan has that legendary Polish power. Yuri gets very careless. Oh, man. Who do I go with? I honestly probably got to go Yan. I don't think Yuri's going to try to grapple him, and I think Yuri get clipped with a big punch. So Yan's nasty power, and Yuri's super reckless. He would have to fight. If Yuri fought a smart fight, in and out movement, just peppering him with shots, very defensively responsible, I'll take Yuri all day. He's faster, more athletic, a better arsenal of attacks. Yan's slow but powerful, not super slow or anything, but not Vittori. Yuri's not going to fight like that. So we're going to see him come out, be super reckless, and get clipped by a big shot by Yan and put out cold. So, do you think Izzy versus Alex could reach Jones' DC levels of hype? No. For me, yes. But for your average fan, no, just because not only did people think DC had a chance to beat Jones, there was also a lot of back and forth there. So it's one of those things where not only did they have a quote-unquote, I hate saying this word, beef, but there also was the threat to John Jones. A lot of people thought that there was a chance he could beat him. I'll go Yan, fair enough. Who do you think has a better chance of becoming a double champ? Hamzat at 170 and 85 or Alex Pereira at 185 and 205? I don't know. Becoming double champ, I'll say Hamzat. Pereira just he's gonna. I mean, imagine Pereira versus Glover. So you added me on Twitter. Okay, let's go take a look. I mean, his leg's red. What are we getting at here? I don't see what we're getting at. Of course his leg's going to be red. He was slamming in kicks. I mean, is there something I'm missing here? I'm literally not trying to be a dick at all. Of course his leg's red. I'm sure I can find a picture of O'Malley's legs being red. I don't see how that says, oh, his leg was effed. Of course his leg is going to be red. I bet you right now I can pull up ESPN Plus and find the same picture of O'Malley right now. Let me go low. Let me go take a look real quick. Sugar Sean O'Malley. You know what? I'll just Google and look at pictures. Hold on. Sean O'Malley, UFC 276. Let's take a look. Let's go take a look. I just think it's so funny. Everyone has to push this narrative constantly because that's what happens. Let's go take a look. Let's see if I can find a picture. Nope, not there. I'm willing to bet I can find a picture of O'Malley's leg being very red as well. So, why is there not? There's literally no pictures of. I can't find the fight. So I'll have to go to ESPN Plus and physically watch the fight. If I find anything, I'll send you a picture later. But I'm willing to bet you could. So, but okay. Hamzat versus Pereira, who wins? Oh, that's a tough one. I'll say Pereira. I think he has a massive size advantage. I think Izzy beats Alex P. It may very well be. I just did an early prediction, but I think I said in the video it might be recency bias. So I got to watch those 2 kickboxing fights in their entirety. If Dustin versus Chandler happens, I think I got to take Dustin for some reason. I would take Dustin too. Chandler's kind of chinny, just a hair chinny, and the stamina issue. Chandler is so explosive that he tends to kind of fade. Thoughts on everyone in the women's featherweight division being top 5? Stop. The women's featherweight division doesn't exist. I think Chandler beats Dustin. I disagree. What's up, gang? What's going on? Hey, Joey, what's up? Who you got in Volk versus Charles at lightweight? I'm back and forth on that one. I'll take Volk for now, but that's a tough one, honestly. That is a very tough one. I mean, that's a really tough fight to pick. Also, who deserves a title shot for Islam? Islam. I want Oliveira versus Islam. And I think Islam, I know he hasn't fought top-ranked contenders. It's not his fault. Not his fault. I want to see him versus Oliveira first. I'm going to go with Alex P. Fair enough. What's up, homie? What's going on? Why don't I hear any fireworks? First off, this mic isn't going to pick up any fireworks. So that's why you don't. But there's probably not much going on right now. But usually for like the last month, every single night I've been on here, there's been fireworks going off in the background. I think Michael would beat Dustin with a grappler's mindset. I don't think he's going to go. I don't think he's going to approach it that way. I really don't. I think they should do Sean O'Malley, Pedro again. Yeah, I think so. And it's a good matchup for Sean. I'd go Volk because the dwarf and hard to sub. Yeah. How high is Adriano Yanez's ceiling? I think he's a top 15, but it's tough to say right now. Hasn't fought a lot of really good competition yet. If Pereira beats Izzy, does Usman go up to 185? I don't think so, dude. I think Usman's like, nope, I don't want none of that. But maybe. What do you do for work, man? Love the streams, by the way. Thank you, Colton. I work in construction. Did you see Sugar Sean end it by winning by TKO because he punched Pedro in the eye? No. This is not accurate. Everyone keeps saying that because Sean O'Malley is saying that, shared out a video of that. It's been a hot topic recently. This is, as far as I know, unless I hear otherwise, this is incorrect. Pedro Munoz took a punch to the left eye. The fight was stopped due to a poke of the right eye and a right cornea abrasion. So if someone could explain this to me, how was the fight stopped from a punch to the opposite eye that the fight was stopped for? That the punch landed 7 minutes before the fight was stopped. You understand what I'm saying? So the only thing I can think of, because I'm open to all possibilities. The only thing that I can think of is maybe you can say Pedro's eye was bothering him. And then when he got poked, both eyes were bothering him. And that's why it seemed like, he was telling the doctor I couldn't see immediately. If someone can explain to me, though, how does a punch to the opposite eye of the fight was stopped for be a stoppage for O'Malley? It doesn't make any sense. O'Malley is very good because he has a good online presence. Whatever narrative he says, his fans run with. Which is exactly why people pretend like he didn't. How does O'Malley get a TKO win for an eye poke? Because he checked a few kicks early on. But yet Marlon Vera doesn't win in their minds, I'm saying, when he kicked his leg and then flash KO'd him with brutal ground and pound elbows, and then he was stretchered out of the cage. This man was carried out of the cage on a stretcher by paramedics. He could not walk under his own power. But no, that was not a win. That was not a win. This guy is going to be the king of excuses his entire career, no matter what happens. It's never going to end. So if someone could explain it to me, I'd love to know, because the fight was stopped due to the right eye, not the left eye. So someone let me know. I'd love to hear it. Honestly, I'm being dead serious. Volk looks so good, man. It was actually shocking how he shot down Holloway. My God, yeah, it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. Now, you good. I just wonder how effective O'Malley's checks were. I doubt they were as red as Pedro's. But yeah, I don't think Pedro's leg was compromised. Just an interesting picture. Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people are overhyping how many leg kicks he checked. I think there was like 20 to 25 kicks thrown. I'm just guessing here, guys. Don't hold me to these numbers and say you're completely wrong. I've watched the fight three times, first round at least. I didn't watch the entire fight. And I saw, oh, don't get me wrong, O'Malley was flailing the leg, turning the shin in. But a lot of the times it was too late, and Pedro got the meat of the leg anyway. You know, I think there was 5 checked kicks out of like 20. And Pedro also, when O'Malley started checking the kicks, Pedro started going to the thigh. Because Pedro was chopping the calf, and O'Malley was turning the shin in, because that's what you're supposed to do. And the foot of Pedro was hitting the shin of Sean O'Malley during the checks. But when Pedro went up to the other leg kick, the classic leg kick, where you kick just above the knee, the way you check that is you lift your leg up, and, you know, Anderson Silva, Chris Weidman style, and then now you hit the knee with your foot. None of those thigh kicks, which there wasn't a lot of the thigh kicks themselves in general, none of those were checked at all. I watched the first round 3 times. I want Islam versus Volk too, but I honestly feel like Volk has more if a say in getting shot, being Islam fought Bobby Green last. You could be right. You could be right. Holloway should move up. I don't know. Aldo versus TJ, early prediction. Sorry, I thought Aldo for a second. I think TJ beats him. I think TJ stuffs the takedowns and outstrike him. So there you go. Guys, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure to like the stream. Run up the likes on the stream if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. Volk's toughest fight at 145 and why? I say Evloev. Great grappling, ever-evolving striking, good power. I think Evloev. That's what I say. Jones versus Izzy at a catch weight of 195. Who wins? Jones would wreck him on his worst night. Ortega versus Yair. Who do you got now? I think Yair probably sleeps him with a kick. Sugar Sean is undefeated as Uncle Chael. Couldn't have said it better myself. I think Yair beats Ortega. How tall are you? I'm like 6'2", 6'3". Random, but I feel Shane Young is about to go undefeated run. I know how random it sounds, but watch. Okay. I feel like Alex dominating Holloway. The featherweight division has lost some support. I feel like people have lost interest in Volk versus Emmett or Volk versus Yair. Yeah, I have no desire to see Volk versus Emmett. Emmett's not winning that fight. Bro, watch the MMA Guru Clips video of him breaking down the Sean eye poke. What you're saying about it is facts. So he punched the opposite eye of the fight that was stopped for. I get it. I've seen the video. I've seen that specific video. The left eye was punched. The fight was stopped due to an eye poke of the right eye and a right cornea abrasion. So explain to me how a solid punch to the opposite eye that the fight was stopped for. And I get that Pedro Munoz's left eye was swollen up. Maybe from the punch. It probably was from that punch. But that's not what the fight was stopped for. So please tell me, inform me. If I'm wrong, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear it. I just don't understand it. I really don't. I'm dead serious. Tell me, please. Would you grade UFC 276 as a whole, considering how massive and crazy the card was put on to be? I don't know, man. I don't know. On a A, B, C, D, E, F scale, I'd give it like a C+. The O'Malley Munoz fight was a massive letdown. The main event was a massive letdown. The co-main event was a one-sided beatdown. I loved to watch it, but it still wasn't very competitive. And then you had the Pereira performance, which was spectacular. You had Jalen Turner's performance, which was spectacular. I'd probably give it a C+ or a B-. Yeah, you can't blame it. Yeah, that's my theory. My theory is and this is why I'm kind of waiting for more information before I make an updated video. I think maybe that punch was the reason that the eye that was shown the next day was swollen up, but he still has a cornea abrasion on the other eye that is open the next day. and maybe both eyes were hurting him, and that's why he could not continue after the eye poke. That's my best theory right now. I think that's the most likely theory. But that's I'm waiting to see if anything else comes out. Fight of the night this Saturday, I say the main event. Carlos, can we watch the fight? I don't know what you're talking about. Who? At least we saw Sean Strickland was outclassing Pedro, who has gone tit for tat. I don't think that's the case at all. I think Sean O'Malley was going to win that fight, but by any means outclassing. The volume was non-existent. And I hate even talking about this because everyone just says, "Oh, you're an O'Malley hater." If you're an objective, unbiased fan, you can say that O'Malley threw very low volume in that fight. Didn't land a lot of big shots. I'm not saying Pedro did because that's what someone's going to say now. So I don't see how he was outclassing him by any means. I know why Dana White privilege is real. Sean versus Pedro was a disappointment of the year. Do you think Yuri is scared of the rematch? No. I believe Sean had his book figured out as well and was about to turn on the heat. Yeah, it was starting to warm up, but we didn't get a definitive answer. TJ is older than Aldo. I know that's crazy, right? That is crazy. Is there any way Holloway can make 135 and how he do? I'd love to see him versus Piotr Jan. I doubt it, but maybe. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, guys. Are you starting to smell Volk versus Conor at 170? No, bro. O'Malley looked good in that fight. I think his striking will hold up with some of the best in the division. Yeah, that's fine. For me, it's too little to tell for me. But I wish we could have got more of the fight. I felt like the fight was really just starting to heat up. Same height and size as MMA Guru. Okay, that's fine. Who wins between RDA and Fiziev? I'm still working on that. I'm leaning Fiziev right now. I'm 6'2", 200 pounds lean. Well, shout out to you, Bernie Mac. Who is the best striker in MMA history as a whole, and why is it Ben Askren? I mean, just elite level athleticism, speed, technical prowess that Ben Askren has is unbelievable. A variety of attacks. There you go. Pedro's already won a round and is known for absolute wars and isn't afraid of anyone, so I don't think he would have done on purpose looking for a way out. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think anyone, regardless of the actual circumstances, anyone saying that Pedro did that because he was getting beat up in a fight that he was winning or very close to winning, or it's not out of the realm of possibility that he was winning, it's just flat out delusional. It's just flat out delusional. And I'd be saying the same thing about Sean O'Malley had the roles been reversed. I would be saying the same thing because there would be people saying that. There'd be people saying that, oh, O'Malley wanted out. I'd be like, no. Ben is the only fighter that masks turning back fist. Yeah. What's next for Volk? I'm hoping we get Volkanovski versus, I don't know. I want to see him versus like Arnold Allen or Evloev. I don't want to see the Emmett fight. Emmett arguably lost his last two fights. So, do you watch boxing as well? No, I do not. Do you think Dariush versus Gamrot happens next? Yes, probably yes. Dariush will take that fight. Sean was not outclassing Alex. Who said that? I didn't say that. What's next for Riddell, Thiago Moises? Probably something like that. If Volk beats Charles or Islam next, he should be the GOAT talk. What do you think? Yes, without a doubt. Volk, if he beats a top lightweight like that, without a doubt, I could see him as a GOAT conversation. I'm so biased with Brad Riddell, and I think that Jalen Turner loss was just unlucky fluke. Honestly, what you think? Nah, I think Jalen Turner beats him 10 out of 10 times, honestly. Guys, if you have not liked the stream, we got 19 likes on the stream. We got over 60 people in here. Run up the likes on the stream for me. Share the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. I do these streams all the time. And also, guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, go subscribe to the channel right this very second. Help me get to 4,000 subs. I would love to get to 4,000 subs soon. So, go subscribe to the channel, guys. Go subscribe to the channel. Okay. Let's continue on. I lost my spot. And also, if you have any questions, just throw them in the chat. I try to answer as many questions as I can. Sometimes I might read ahead and accidentally miss your question, and then you can just send it again. You can just send it again. That's how it goes. Ben is a true embarrassment to think that he remained undefeated for so long outside the UFC is crazy. Ludicrous striking is an overstatement. Absolute, some of the most top-tier striking I've ever seen. Thank you, sir. Okay, tough guy. Who deserves the last red panty night, if not Bald Volk? I love you, MMA Joey. Thank you, Cold Beer. I want to see Tony Ferguson get red panty night. Tony Ferguson for sure. It's super crazy how Israel has gone through 3 unclimactic title defenses, and now when his hate is at its peak, he has the fight of his life versus rival. I know. This could be the fight that turns everything around for Adesanya, or this could be the fight that ends it all. Do you think Holloway should move up? I think that's the only answer. Unless Volk does. Who wins Schmo versus Sean Strickland, given that Strickland constantly hits on Schmo's girlfriend, Helen Yee? I have no idea. Why did Sean Strickland choose to strike with a world-class kickboxer instead of desperately seeking takedowns? Very stupid game plan. I did a prediction video on this fight. I said Sean Strickland. And a lot of people ignore flaws. And again, I'm no MMA expert. I'm just a fan of the sport, calling out what I see. Okay, so I hate sitting here and sounding like I'm some technical expert. I don't want to try to come off that way. You look at Sean Strickland's past fight. He's consistently flat-footed, consistently very little head movement. Okay, I said that in my prediction video. Sean Strickland has just enough pride where I thought he would go out there and try to strike with Alex Pereira. I said in my video, my exact thing was, I don't think grappling will be the priority for Sean. And I think he will move forward, flat-footed, no head movement. When you're standing in front of an elite kickboxer like Alex Pereira, you're going to get KO'd. And I think a lot of those deficiencies were never talked about because he was winning. He's on this winning streak. It's one of those things where when you're winning, you don't fix what's not broken. But now that he's gone out there, he's walking forward, plotting forward, no head movement, hands low, and he gets clipped by a world-class kickboxer and put to sleep. Now people are kind of trolling him a little bit, which I don't necessarily think is right at all. I mean, he lost to one of the best in the world, one of the best strikers of all time. Leave the guy alone. Anybody could have got clipped with that. Who knows? He might be the next champion. But I don't know. I think he should have prioritized the takedown. He should have spammed the takedown. I think it was just pride. The short answer is pride. Do you think Henry actually wants to fight O'Malley, or is that another clout call out? Yes, he does, but it also is a clout call out. Henry wants that fight badly. I think Henry looks at Sean O'Malley as an easy fight. I don't know if that's the case. I would favor Henry just because of his wrestling, and we haven't necessarily seen Sean O'Malley's wrestling. But I think Henry looks at it as a really big fight, a really big opportunity to get his name back out there, and a potentially easy matchup, regardless if it is an actual easy matchup. Volk and Charles is a great fight. I agree. What's up? Keep out. Did you see the Diaz slapping the reporter? Yeah, honestly, I'm a huge Diaz fan, okay? I'm a massive Diaz fan. If I'm a reporter, okay, and I don't know what that cornball said, he sounded like an absolute cornball. If Nate Diaz slaps me like that, he's getting punched right in the teeth. I don't care if that he's a fighter. You don't go out there, and I know, I've said, I'm not clutching my pearls over Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal, whole situation with the sucker punch. I'm not clutching my pearls over this either, okay? It is what it is. But if you put your hands on someone unprovoked, and what I mean by unprovoked, they didn't look like they were about to get physical with you. Because if it looks, in my personal opinion, regardless, it can be fighters, non-fighters, life, your life, my life, whatever. If it appears that someone is going to escalate to physical violence, you might as well strike first. So if I feel like somebody's going to hit me, I'm going to punch him right in the mouth. That's not what happened here. Nate Diaz was being a bully. Apparently didn't like what this guy said. I don't think it's right. I think that it shouldn't be, sensationalized and, oh, this is so funny. What a funny moment. He smacks a guy that doesn't train and is trying to interview him. If he doesn't like the guy, don't do an interview with him. And if I was that guy, maybe Nate Diaz then goes on and beats my ass. I'm punching that man square in the teeth. He slaps me in the face like that. It's a bully mentality that I don't like. And I don't care what somebody said to you. There is nothing, and maybe I'm just different. There is nothing that somebody can say to me online, in person, that's going to get me fired up enough to want to start physical violence on them. And to go out there and just slap a guy when he had no idea that was coming, I think it's a bully behavior. I think it's bullshit. And I think people acting like it's funny or it's cool. It's not cool. This guy's a trained fighter out there smacking people. And if he does that to the wrong person, he's going to get stabbed or someone's going to punch him right on the chin and put him to sleep. And I'm a huge Nate Diaz fan. Nate Diaz is one of my favorite fighters. So that's coming from me. I just don't like that. I hate in general bully behavior. I don't care. Now, if this guy, still, I don't think it would have been right, but if this guy was like actively just really provoking him with his words right to his face, I would be a little bit more sympathetic. You know, okay, he lost his cool a little bit, he smacked him. But this guy apparently tweeted out some shit, and that's what made Nate Diaz angry and wanting to slap him. Dude, you're a bully. You try that to someone else, it's going to match the energy. Next thing you know, you're getting stabbed in the neck because some people don't play that game. Some people don't like bullies like that. And especially you're a trained fighter. And I think I'm more, and I don't want to rant on this too much because I thought about making a video on this, but I just think this shit is just corny and cheesy and people are just looking for clicks with it. But the people who are acting like it's funny, the people who are acting like it's cool, we're talking about a trained fighter sucker slapping a reporter. And I get it. It was like he touched his hat, he touched his microphone. It wasn't really like a full-on slap. But I just find the shit corny as hell. I find the bully mentality, which I do not like. I've never liked it when somebody goes out of their way to try to bully someone else because they think, you know, oh, I can beat this guy up, or you know, I'm bigger, stronger than this guy. I'm going to go bully him because he ain't going to do shit. I hate that mentality. O'Malley will take a guy tripping in his walkout as a win. Yes. What's next for Jalen Turner? I'm thinking Saryukian. I just wish O'Malley versus Pedro fight was more active before it stopped. They really didn't showcase anything. I agree. What's next for Max? Probably waiting to see what happens with Volk. That's what I would guess. You know, so. Alex Pereira, new sub. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you, Bernie. Hold on one second. What is this guy saying? I have no idea what this guy's talking about, but he's getting banned from the channel. Hide user on channel. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you have the wrong stream. But, okay. There we go. We got rid of that. They tried to bully him, but MMA Joey stood up for himself and shut them all up. Bullying don't sit well with Joey. Who are we talking about there, AY? Who are we talking about? But yeah, I'm never in my. I don't care if it's online or someone in real life. I ain't letting no person bully me. I never. Islam or Oliveira? I'm taking Oliveira. I'd bet on Riddell, even if they fought tomorrow. Honestly, really, I do not think that's. I don't think that's. I think that's incredibly biased, but it is what it is. I think Volkanovski's pound for pound number one. I agree. Alex Pereira is a great striker. O'Malley was not aggressive at all in his volume and was nowhere near where it was in the Chris Montino fight. The second round was nearly over and still hadn't thrown much, even in round two. Yeah, I agree. Is Alex biggest threat for Izzy a while? Is Alex biggest threat to Izzy for a while? How much of a chance do you give him to beat Izzy? 50-50, yes, it is his biggest threat. Tony Ferguson, I like him though. Joey, I'm never watching you again. I'm sorry, man. You said Askren striking is elite. Yeah, you didn't know that? It is elite of the elite. Where has Dana been? Can't believe he missed. I think he probably maybe tested positive. You know, I'm not even going to say it because YouTube doesn't even let you talk like you talking about it on YouTube. But probably tested positive. He's probably sick, and or not sick, but maybe he just is. You know, he's tested positive, so he didn't come to the event. That's the only legitimate answer I can give, that he's missing out on the biggest fight card of the year. That's my best guess. So, let's see. Great answer, MMA Joe. I think you are right. I'm not sure which specific answer you were talking about, but I appreciate you, Cold Beer. I really don't get the mythical fighter name for Volk being Bold Volk. Like, hasn't he always been bald? No, he has not. It is elite. Strickland versus Hamzat. What do you think? I loved it. I respect Volk so much more than Izzy. Izzy overhypes himself too much for nothing. Volk barely talks trash and over-delivers. Does Volk? Yes, Volk is number one. I appreciate you. I do these streams all the time. I definitely do a stream every Wednesday. So there you go. You can join me Wednesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. I always do a stream that day. Israel seems to realize he will never be loved, so he's embracing the hate. That's why he's using... I can't even read that out loud. I don't care what anyone says, but Sean has pillow hands. Strickland or O'Malley? Alex is the scariest man in the history of MMA. Dude has the death touch. I don't know about the scariest man in history, but he's definitely scary. I mean, MMA, we all know Askren cannot strike. Don't trip. I know, I'm kidding. What fight do you want to see most on the pay-per-view? Moreno versus Kai Kara France. Thoughts on Moreau versus Mike Adriano? Monroe versus... I'm not even sure. Well, what fight card is that on? Who am I missing here? I laughed so hard when Strickland stood up after being KO'd and Sai cracked me up. Oh, and he was like complaining. He was just knocked out, so that's not his fault. Cejudo destroys Sugar and whoops Aljo too. I think he definitely beats Aljo. It'd be interesting to see how O'Malley's striking would hold up. So, I'm really curious. I thought the slap was fake. Yeah, it could have been very well. O'Malley would lose to any grappler. Imagine how bad Merab would beat him. I'd be curious to see. I wouldn't say that for 100% certainty yet, but I'd love to know. You ain't striking Diaz without getting rocked. I don't think he would expect it. I think he thinks, no one's going to hit me. I'm a professional fighter. This reporter knows I would whoop his ass. But you slap me, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're 6'10", 350 pounds, looking like Bob Sapp in his prime. If you slap me, you're getting punched in the teeth, 100%. I don't care if I miss and you whoop my ass. I'm not going out. I'm not getting slapped like that and not trying to get my retribution. Get him, MMA Joey. Bro, I can't believe that sucker punch a UFC fighter. I'd KO them. Maybe not a heavyweight, but most definitely anyone else. You got a shot. Smash him. I agree. Yeah. Joey, you know how you and debate about who's the best featherweight, Max or Volk? I always been high on Max, but he got brutalized in this fight. I feel like the one was the worst one of the three. Definitely, 100%. I want to see Sugar versus a wrestler now. Fair. I just joined. Damn, I agree. Same energy with Masvidal. Weirdo. Okay. Fair enough. Now, sorry guys, I'm trying to catch up to these questions. The chat is going crazy. Keep throwing your questions in the chat. Don't forget to like the stream. Bro, I swear you and MMA Guru is a brother. Your take on the Nate Diaz in full send reporter situation is the exact same as MMA Guru. Fair enough. I agree 100% then. Yup, you right, G. Facts. Don't make a video on the Nate crap. You do MMA Joy, okay? O'Malley can grapple. I wouldn't underestimate it. I don't know. For me, it's an unknown. He might be the best grappler ever. He might be terrible. Remember when Diaz made a flinch out of nowhere and dude spilled his drink on himself? Dude can be a real jerk. Yeah, and I don't like that it's made out to be cool. I don't think it's cool at all. I really don't. Right on, Joey. He was making fun of Volk. Who was? Brad Riddell overrated because he trains with Izzy and Volk. Maybe true. Yes, Alex is his biggest threat. I now say Alex is the best featherweight of all time. I think he should move up. It sucks for Max because what's he going to have to do if Volk beats Charles? I don't see Max being champ now. Yeah, I think his best hope is Volk just moves to lightweight permanently. Dana's been talking for years, stepping away. I think he's finally taking the steps away. I don't think he can handle I don't think UFC can handle his departure. I doubt it. What's going on? Panthers rule. What's up? What's the biggest fight night of the year in 2022? Probably the London card or the Austin card. I don't know. As far as how good were they? Or are you talking about the biggest fight in general? I have no idea, honestly. Dana didn't show up because he knew Israel would ruin the night with his boring fight. There you go. Volk is definitely pound for pound. I agree. Anyone else hungover from the weekend, get too drunk, and shucked myself onto the floor? Did you get flash KO'd with elbows afterwards and then stretchered? Felt like I got... I didn't even read the rest of the... I didn't read it. I saw shucked myself on the floor. I hadn't even read the rest of that message, dude. I'm dying. Felt like I got brutally flash KO'd the next morning. Thank God my girlfriend got me out of there with no serious injury. Dude, I swear I read the beginning and I didn't even realize where you were going with that, and I said it before I even read the rest of it. I'm dying. I'm not wearing PJs, bro. Good show, Joey. Got a sub, my friend. Man, yeah, man. Share the channel with any other people who enjoy MMA. I don't want any fake subs, but anybody who enjoys MMA, share the channel with them. Which would you rather see, Pereira versus Izzy or Hamzat versus Colby? I'd want to see both of them, but probably Pereira versus Izzy. Who wins between Michel Pereira and Vicente Luque and Hale? I say Luque. He's a little bit more technical, has more power. Yeah, so I'd go Luque, probably TKO. Watch UFC 277 be better than 276. You never know, my friend. You never know. Could very well happen. You don't underestimate O'Malley's grappling. I am not. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hold on one second. Jeez Louise. Hold on one second, guys. I didn't realize on StreamYard when there's messages flagged, it doesn't give me the option to show them. Don't take shit from anyone. I'm sharing some messages that weren't shown earlier because I'm on StreamYard now. I'm looking back at the regular chat. Yeah, I wouldn't let anyone bitch slap me, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me go back to the StreamYard chat. Guys, if you have not liked the stream yet, like the stream. Also, guys, if you like the channel, you want to support the channel, we have a members-only Discord. There's a bunch of other benefits. You get a loyalty badge next to your name for every month you're a member. We have custom emojis. You get extra live stream replays. And the members-only Discord, we're in there 24/7. There's about 40 of us. Not everyone's active on the Discord, but we're in there chatting every single day about MMA. The link is in the description, but I'll also post it in the chat. It's $3 a month. You can cancel anytime. So there you go. Become a member right now. The members, if you're in here, tell them how great it is. Tell them how great it is. Let's see. Where are we at? What if you got slapped by John Jones? I'll tell you right now, I could get slapped by Alistair Ubereem, and I'm still trying to punch him in the teeth. Aljo thinks he beats Volk. Has to be the biggest joke ever. Yeah, what a joke. Joe, I don't know why you might call me crazy, but I feel 276 was a letdown. Yeah, I think it was a letdown too. Massive hype. Didn't live up to the hype, but it was still a solid card. You think Chandler Dustin happens now? Probably. That's the fight I've wanted to see for a while now. You think Derek Lewis will win at UFC 277? No, probably not. Probably not at all. Izzy reminds me of Floyd Mayweather, just touching with a jab and kicks and not getting hit and running the whole fight. Yeah, a lot of people have made that comparison. Hold on a second. French fries, check Discord. I'm sending you a picture of a message of someone I had to ban. So there you go. Go back and watch Pereira's fight before Sean. He carried that guy so he could get Sean. I saw Alex crack a smile once. He is human. Okay. Okay. I will eventually go back and check it out. I will. Jessica Penne versus Emily Dakota. I feel Penne should win this fight. Probably Penne. I don't try. It's women's MMA, so honestly, you never know. You never know in that one. Who do you think Mac is fighting in his return? Probably Jorge Masvidal. Maybe Chandler. We'll see. I think Chandler's really campaigning for it. O'Malley versus Font. Who you got? I'd take O'Malley. Volk right now versus Habib in his prime. Who would win? Probably Habib. I think Habib would probably out-wrestle him. It's too big, too strong. The first London card or UFC 275 were the best. Yeah, UFC 275 was amazing. So, there you go. Max ain't the same. Dude ain't got the same drive, dude, on his PlayStation more than in the gym. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but maybe. Maybe, you never know. Nice. It sounds like John Jones would prefer to fight Stipe over Francis. He sees Stipe as a bigger challenge. If he's saying that, I think he's full of shit. When is Colby coming back? I have no idea, my friend. Probably not this year. Colby's always been kind of flaky and inactive, to be honest. He's always kind of been like that. Is he has the same finish rate as Volk, and Usman just makes it look easier most of the time? Okay. Joey, do you see Alex Pereira Izzy's biggest fight pay-per-view wise? Yes. There's like a gnat flying around in here, and it's driving me nuts. I don't even know how it got in here. Yes, it's going to be his biggest fight pay-per-view wise, in my opinion. Rose vs. Carla 2 was the most action-packed title fight of all time. Changed my mind. I can't change your mind, man. I agree with you 100%. Why would I disagree with you on that? Jones is trying to make it seem like he's fighting prime Stipe. Stipe's already past his prime. I agree. Hey, who was fighting 277? I forgot. Nunes Pena 2 co-main event. I got to get this damn gnat. It's driving me nuts, guys. Pena Nunes 2. Moreno Kai Kara France. Derek Lewis versus Pavlovich. I think Pantoja's on the card. Maybe fighting Alex Perez. I can't remember. Something like that. Finally made it. It's super great. Agreed. A video circulating of Colby meeting Alex P. You might work with him to improve his striking. That is very interesting. That is very interesting. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Now I lost where I was at. Joey, why is Israel walkout more exciting than his fights? It's annoying. MMA Joey sounds like Volk post-fight. Stand up for yourself. Yeah, the thing is, look, guys, I'm not somebody that's going out there and trying to pick fights ever. You know, I don't care what anyone says to me, ever. But most of the time in life, I've learned that most people are all talk, right? And if they try to talk shit to you, they try to bully you in person, you stand up for yourself and you show you're willing to knock their teeth down their throat, and most likely they're going to chill out because they're not really looking for that, because all they do is talk, because most people just back down because they don't want the confrontation, you know? And that's the truth. Somebody be talking shit to you, the second you say to them, look, you don't shut up or I'm going to bust you in your teeth, then all of a sudden, I mean, there's a chance, okay? There's crazy people out there, and you should avoid confrontation. You shouldn't be getting mad over words anyway. But most of the time, people are just talking shit to talk shit. Why no fight yet for Colby scared? No, I just think he's inactive. I don't think he wants the Hamzat fight. I think that's the reason, really. Max is still a badass, agreed. How many fights you get wrong on the last card? I got Jesse Brad wrong, but would probably still pick them against all gods. I went 6. I think 6 for 6. I mean I went 6 and 6. Let me take a look real quick. So my picks when I do full card predictions, I don't have the time to do the research for full card predictions. So my videos, I did 8 videos. I got 6 right, 1 wrong. The one I got wrong was Lawler versus Barberena, and then also the O'Malley versus Munoz, but I don't really count that as wrong. So I'll say I went 6-1-1 with my video predictions. I got Jalen Turner pretty much spot on. I got Pereira pretty much spot on. I got Adesanya. I got Volk kind of spot on. I thought it'd be a little bit more competitive. So I did go to my well-researched video predictions, okay? But either way, it's MMA. I'm not embarrassed about any picks I made. But as far as picks I got wrong, I picked Jessica Rose Clark. I picked Jessica I. Don't ask me why. I started out with picking Macy Barber, but then I switched. Should have never picked Jessica I. That was just a terrible mistake. I picked Muniz. I picked Tavares. I thought that pick was going to be right after the first round. I picked Ian Gary. I picked Cerrone. I picked Jalen Turner. I picked O'Malley. I picked Lawler. I picked Pereira. I picked Volkanovski. I picked Adesanya. So I got Clark, Tavares, and Cerrone and Lawler wrong. And Lawler was looking good up until the point it wasn't looking good for him. Blatant Express, thank you for the $10 holla, as Besides You would say. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you for your donation. Appreciate your super chat, man. Evening, Joe. Would like your predictions on Grasso versus Araujo and Andrade versus Manon Nunes. Oh, versus Manon Fiorot. I think is how you pronounce her name. Nunes versus Pena. Alexa Grasso versus Araujo. Okay, let's start from Nunes Pena, because I feel like I have the most information on that. I think Nunes was just kind of not taking Pena seriously, and I think that Nunes will come out and whoop Pena's ass in the rematch. I'm pretty confident of that. Andrade Manon is a very interesting fight. It's the biggest test of Manon's career. She hasn't fought any competition like Andrade. I think Andrade is the elite of the elite within her division. She's not going to be champion because of, I guess she could. At 115, she could. 125, she's not going to be, but she moved up for a while. I'd go Andrade, but I think Manon could get it done. But it's just, I usually go with experience over, Someone looks great, but they haven't fought a lot of competition. As far as Grasso versus Araujo. Ah, man, when is that fight? Let's look that one up real quick. Alexa Grasso versus Araujo. Is that is booked, right? I have a hard time remembering that. Okay, so that's August 13th. That is August 13th. Let me pull that up on Tapology real quick. Let me refresh myself. I lean Alexa Grasso right off the top of my head. But let me just take a look and refresh myself up on their recent fights because I don't remember their recent fights. Once I look at the names, I'll remember. Araujo is a very tough fighter, by the way. She beat Andrea Lee a month ago. That was the fight. Wasn't that the fight where she was called the Dirty Brazilian by what's his name, Tony Kelly? The fight before that, she lost decision to Caitlin Chukagian, who losing a fight. The fight before that, Roxanne Montefera. The fight before that, Montana De La Rosa. And a loss to Jessica Ai 2 years ago. Ugh. Yeah, I'm definitely going Alexa Grasso. She beat Joanne Woods, smoked her, rear naked choke. Before that, beat up Macy Barber. Before that, I'm definitely going Alexa Grasso. I just think she's very well-rounded, and I think she has some potential future within the flyweight division. I'm not ready to say she's going to go out there and beat Shevchenko, but Shevchenko, as she gets older and as she continues to be dominant, and I mean, not that her last fight was dominant, but you get my point. I feel like she kind of loses. She loses the drive to continue with her training and everything. So there you go, Blatant Express. Thank you for your $10 super chat, man. Appreciate you. How many fights you get wrong? I already read that. Who do you got, Pereira versus Chimaev matchup? I don't know, because Pereira's grappling is an unknown. I'd probably take Pereira, though, his power. Did you know Izzy has the second lowest finish rate among any champion in the UFC? Only one lower is Carlos Esparza. Fair enough. Thoughts on Izzy's performance? I was tired of hearing it. No, I have Nunes whooping her again. I started to misspeak. The old $10 holla. Yeah, guys, send the $10 hollers, man. Support the channel. Been having gnat issues this summer, too. It's annoying. I don't even know how it got in my house. I haven't seen it, so hopefully it disappeared somewhere. Anthony Smith versus Ankalaev. Yes, you're right. Turner versus McKinney. Who you got? Turner. Turner for sure. UFC Fight Night this weekend doesn't sound as good as the following two that will happen. Trying to get excited about this weekend, but not a lot of fun fights. RDA can beat Fiziev if it goes 5 rounds. Let's take a look at the card. I remember the main event, but I'm having a hard time remembering everything else. So let's take a look. Okay, for some reason the website's not working. The old $10 holla. Okay, let's take a look. Fiziev versus Dos Anjos. Caio Borralho versus Arman Petrosian isn't a bad fight by any means. I don't think this is a bad card. Saeed, I think is how you pronounce it, Nurmagomedov versus Douglas Silva de Andrade is a solid fight as well. I don't know why he's fighting Andrade, though. Isn't Andrade? No, he's on a win streak. For some reason, I thought he let... Oh, he was losing to Sergey Morozov, and he came back and won in the second round. I remember now. For some reason, I thought he lost his last fight. But I'm super excited to see Saeed Nurmagomedov. Calvillo versus Nina Nunes. Ew. Oh, Ricky Taricos is on the card. This isn't a bad card, bro. Ronnie Lawrence versus Kyle Rachmaninoff is not a bad fight at all either. I'm looking forward to that one. Both interesting prospects, too. I mean, that's good matchmaking by the UFC. So I don't think this card is that bad. Guys. Or guy. Am I just too young? I've never been too impressed with John Jones. I think I missed his prime. Yeah, you probably did. He was super impressive in his prime. Yeah, avoid the BS. Your mic output is low. Is it really? Is anybody else experiencing this? Is the mic volume low? It should not be, but let me know if it is. I love Max Holloway. Fair enough. I got Cerrone and Riddell wrong. I don't pick women's MMA. Who does more steroids? Prime Yoel Romero, Prime Vitor. No, Prime Alistair for sure. Did you get any right, JK? Hey, I got most of the main card right, my friend. All my fights that I researched and picked, I got 6-1. I don't count the O'Malley Pedro fight. Yeah, I don't think Sean should take Umar fight. It's high risk, low reward, and he would absolutely get destroyed. I don't necessarily agree with the last part, but yeah, it is high risk, low reward. To the bank. I don't know what we're saying there, but okay. I actually thought Max was going to win. Volk be laying wood. Yeah. 300 into 1,300 hopefully goes well again. What are we discussing here? Is it Gigadoo still around? Would love to see him get destroyed by Max. Yes, he is. I don't think the UFC is making that fight. It's crazy how Max kept talking about bringing the volcano or whatever. The ring looked like a volcano went through there. Yeah, it's weird. So much blood. Yeah. Volk was an easy bet. Vitor and Brock were juiced to the gills. Agreed. You think Nunes would whoop her? We disagree on that. She can win, but she will face adversity. I don't think she will. I think she took this very seriously. I think she 100% wants her title back, and she's going to go out there and beat up on her. How do you see Aspinall Blades ending? Probably Aspinall by TKO. Hits him with a big shot, follows him to the ground, finishes him off. Joey, did you see Chandler Poirier get into it? I've heard about it, did not see it. I feel like that's the next fight for him. Who do you see Conor fighting now? The winner of that fight, maybe. If not, Tony Ferguson. Joey, is Max Volk the first trilogy in the featherweight division? I think so. So you had Jose Aldo. He fought Chad Mendes twice. Did not fight anyone for the trilogy. Jose Aldo lost to Conor. Conor didn't stay the champ. He went to lightweight. Then after Conor, I think Aldo was the next champion. And then lost it to Max. And then Volk was the champion. So yes, it was. Have you ever had any personal interaction with the MMA guru in any way? No, I actually didn't even know he existed until I started this channel. I never heard of him, never saw him. And no, I've never had any interaction with him whatsoever. Why would I? I mean, he's got a big MMA channel. Not huge, but you get my point. For like, I don't know how long, years. I've had a channel for 1 year. I have, a couple thousand subscribers. So no, I don't. And also, I feel like a lot of people, almost like chase clout on YouTube. Like they want to try to for a while, I told you guys, I was like, I think I said in the Discord, I was like, I talked to James Lynch and I was like iffy about going on his channel, even his second channel, because I don't ever want to feel like I'm trying to grab clout from anyone else, whether that's kind of being friends with them or being friendly with them on YouTube or trying to start a fake beef with them or anything like that. I don't ever want to feel like I'm trying to build my name off of someone else. I want to do what I want to do. Let the subscribers come that want to come. Let the ones that don't want to watch leave or never come. It is what it is. That's what I'm looking for. So the answer is no. I doubt Mac fights Masvidal. Not saying he's scared, but I don't feel he wants it. Yeah, I don't think he wants it either. But I'm hoping the UFC finds a way to put it together. Thanks, Joey. I picked all the same as you did for prior my question. I don't ever want Valentina to lose, but it happens. I would like it to be against Grasso. Thanks again. No, thank you for your super chat, my friend. You're always supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Bullet not losing her drive anytime soon. We'll see. Grasso has solid boxing. She'll get it done. Fair enough. She does have very good boxing. Talking about Izzy finish rate. Hold on a second. Now I got Talking about any Izzy finish rate didn't add importance fact that Volk and Usman have same rate classificator. I didn't. Okay. Please tell me who demonstrated the death touch before Pereira, not including Anthony Rumble Johnson, Francis Ngannou. There you go. They got the death touch. Who would you say, Habib and Dustin, are weight bullies or no? I say no. I don't really like that phrase. I got Fiziev. Wouldn't be surprised if he beats up RDA pretty good. Said is exciting. Bro, if Bruno Silva and Michailidis can take Pereira down, then Chimaev can take him down easily. It would be complete dominance if he chooses to stand the entire fight. Yeah, but that was a year ago. It was less than a year. It was like 10 months ago. By the time they would fight, it would be like a year and a half. I think he's excelled. Plus, he has really long limbs. He's definitely been trained to take down defense. I'll tell you that much. Poirier Chandler would be nice. That's the fight I want to see. It is low. It is low. Let me see if I can turn it up a little bit in here. Audio. Automatically adjust mic volume. Let's see. Is that better? Tell me if that's too loud. Tell me if that's too loud, guys. Let's go right there. That's the final volume. I just changed the volume. Let me know if that sounds better. I just adjusted my volume. So hopefully it's not too loud. Let me know in the chat. I'm going to be looking right now. So let me know. I'm looking in the chat. I'm looking at the bottom of the chat right now, guys. Guys, how do we have 80 some people in here? We have 29 likes on the stream. Run up the likes on the stream, guys. I need your help here. Come on. Go like the stream. It takes 1 second. It takes 1 second. So let me know if the audio sounds all right, though. Much better? Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's good, Joey. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. If you have any more questions, throw them in the chat. I'm trying to catch up. I am trying to catch up. I'm sorry, guys. I'm falling behind. But go like the stream for me. Okay. You think Leon keeps the standing against Usman and how? Good takedown defense. Probably using the cage as a crutch to defend the takedowns. This week's card is Michael Johnson versus Jamie Malarkey. Feel it will be a good fight. Yeah, I think that will be. Chase Sherman, Jarrett Vanderoba are fighting this weekend. GOAT status. Yeah, stop. When is the next interview? I have no idea. I have a terrible time trying to reach out to people to do that. So it's hard for me, man. I wish another fighter would watch the channel and hit me up and I could be like, oh man, let's do an interview on the channel. So if there's any fighters out there watching the streams, let me know. I'd like to do an interview. So we'll see though. I'm not super pressed on it. That's not what my channel's about. That's an extra thing I want to do for the channel, but it's not the end of the, it's not the main focus of the channel. Why won't Michael Chandler spread? Okay, come on. I have no idea. Because of roids. So what happens if Pena takes it and starts dishing it back, or you think Pena won't be able to take it? I think she'll get finished, honestly. I might change my mind. I'll get back to you, James. I'll be doing a prediction video in a week or two. Da Ang Jun versus Dustin Jacoby. Who would think the Korean can win this fight, but the fact that he had a draw with Warsham Alvey. Yeah. I have no idea. Dustin Jacoby is like sneaky good in a weird way. He's very durable as well. I'd probably go Dustin Jacoby, honestly. Chandler versus Poirier. Who you got? Poirier. Chandler's a little bit chinny. Also, the stamina. He's so explosive that he fades. I might be one to have, and that one might actually happen. You've seen the need between them. I don't know what we're talking about. What are your thoughts on Volk saying that the reason the second fight was so close was because USADA woke him up at 4 hours until he was going to wake up, then took melatonin to fall asleep, so he was dazed? I mean, I doubt he would make that up, so that's actually really annoying. Why would they not wait until he woke up? It's not like he's going to cycle it out of his system in a couple hours. So I think that's a terrible mistake by USADA. Do you think you can beat up Carlos Esparza in a street fight? I don't know, man. I don't like to try to compare myself to fighters. I don't know. If I'm fighting to the death, maybe. You always been true to yourself, man? Yep, always. I mean, you can go back and watch some of my first streams on my channel. I'm the same person I was then. Happy 4th, Joey. Anything changed for you since UFC 276? Not really. Colby has the death touch. Yeah, I forgot. He has unbelievable power. Do you think Pedro was hurt in the first round from that right hand? The one right before the low blow. Do I think he was hurt? I think there's a chance he was having issues with that eye. But again, that was the opposite eye of what the fight got stopped for. My main theory right now is he was already having trouble with that eye. He got poked in the other eye. And now he's like basically blind in both eyes. And that's why he could not continue. It was my best assessment. But he fought for 5 minutes after he took that punch. 7 minutes after he took that punch, honestly. So I don't understand that theory. And then it got stopped for a different reason. So I don't know. So great answer on the death touch. Much better. It's good. All good. Thank you. Hit the likes. Yeah, hit the likes, guys. Hit the likes. Do you think Pedro got hurt? Okay, already read that. Just like Jackass. I already put 40 on Leon as a huge underdog because I think it's a 60-40 fight at most. Yeah, I would agree. I like how honest Usman is and said in the recent press conference that Leon is a better striker than him. Of course, he's going to wrestle. Yeah, fair enough. When is Cupcake fighting again? I guess you meant to say. Middle of July. So in like 2 weeks. July 16th or 15th? Sugar versus Font. I'll take Sugar. Leon. Oops, I spelled it bad. You should try to interview the girl goat once, bro. You become a legend overnight, even though the interviews is not your thing. Yeah, I mean, dude, that's a tough ask. Come on. Y'all sleeping on Sugar's grappling. You must have never heard of his jiu-jitsu coach, okay? How you liking them likes now? Yeah, let's take a look. See. Yeah, we got 40 some likes. That's not bad. That's not bad for the stream. Colby can make 155. I'd like to see him against Islam. He's not going to. I don't think he's ever going to 155. So Joey damn near went undefeated this weekend. Good looking, bro. Keeping going. On my video predictions, the only one I got wrong was Lawler, and of course the O'Malley Munoz no contest, but I don't count that as a loss. Yeah, because I posted my full card predictions and I went 6-6, and people were like, "Oh, these are bad picks, bro." Come on, calm down. What's happening, everyone? Who you got for this weekend? I'm thinking RDA can take it by decision late sub. Fiziev doesn't have the best gas tank. I'm leaning Fiziev, but I got to watch fights and I got to do my prediction video. It'll be out tomorrow night. What would be better fight, Colby versus Islam at 55 or Hamzat versus Colby at 170? I would like Hamzat versus Colby. Who do you got in Corey versus Yudong? I got Yudong. I got Corey. I think he's just a better overall striker, but Song Yudong has speed and power and precision. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Could go either way. But I would take Corey. I think he's just better arsenal of attacks. I think he finds a way to get it done against Song Yudong. If Max had a regular chin, he would have been KO'd. I guess so. I mean, man, I feel bad for Max now, guys. Does anybody else feel bad for Max Holloway? Like, the guy goes out there, puts on exciting fights. He's one of the most elite fighters of all time. And Volk just has his number. And just for the record, I'm proud of this. I picked Volk in all 3 fights. I'm 3-0 in Volk versus Max Holloway fights. I picked Volk all 3 times. So I got to pat myself on the back for that one. But I feel bad for Max. He's in a precarious position now. You got 3 losses to the champion. This most recent loss isn't even a close loss. You got brutalized, a career-altering beating. And now you're in a spot where I call it no man's land. You look at the division right now, okay? Max has a win over Brian Ortega, has a win over Yair Rodriguez, has a win over Calvin Kattar. That's 3 out of the top 5 right there. So the only opponents in the top 5 he hasn't fought is just Josh Emmett. Yeah, because he has a win over Yair Rodriguez. So the only person in the top 5 he hasn't fought is Josh Emmett. He's not, the UFC's not going to have Max knocking off potential fights for Volkanovski. So, you know what I mean? Like, let's say, so for example, right now, the guys that are up and coming that have a chance to fight Volk, who could become contenders, Movsar Evloev, Bryce Mitchell, and Arnold Allen. So none of those 3 guys are going to be matched up with Max Holloway, because why would you want to potentially kill off a contender when you have a dominant champion who likes to stay busy in Volkanovski? So Max Holloway's already fought a lot of these guys. They're not going to book rematches. I don't know where he goes. I don't know what he does. It's going to be very tough for Max Holloway to, and it's going to be tough for the UFC to matchmake him as well. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. Who are they going to match him up with next, honestly? So it's definitely not going to be number 2 Ortega. It's not going to be number 3 Yair. It's not going to be number 4 Josh Emmett. It's not going to be number 5 Calvin. It's not going to be number 6 Arnold Allen. What are they going to match him up with? Chan Sung Jung? I guess. The fight of 2 guys who aren't fighting for a title anytime soon. But I don't know if they want to do that to Chan Sung Jung. He's not fighting Giga, because even though he's coming off a loss to Calvin Kattar, he's still one of those guys that's on his way up and could be a potential future contender for Volk. The best case scenario is Volk moves up to 55, wins the title, and stays at 55. Other than that, because Max is too good to be a gatekeeper. He's just going to knock off all the contenders. They're never going to be able to find their way to Volk. So a very tough spot for Max Holloway. I feel very, very bad for him. Very, very bad for him. So let me know what you guys think. What should Max do? What should Max do next? Okay, let's see if I can continue. You said Death Touch? I don't think so. You live in California, Joey, if you don't mind me asking. I do not mind you asking, why do you think I live in California? I live in Baltimore, Maryland. There you go. You live in... Okay, I already pulled that up. Colby won't go down to weight. Agree. Joey, do you think UFC 277 is going to over-deliver? I hope so. It was nice seeing O'Malley properly turn his shin to check kicks. No one checks kicks anymore. Last person to do it in the UFC was Aldo in his last fight. I think people check kicks more often than that. What, did he invented checking of kicks now? You think Islam will be dominant at 170 when he moves up? No. Are you from Scranton, PA? I already answered that. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. But I guess close enough to PA. I don't know where Scranton is exactly. Joe, do you think Valentina will be the winner? Will fight the winner of Nunes versus Pena or possibly drop to 115? I think she'll just continue to defend her belt there. If Khabib comes back at 170 and fights Hamzat, do you think he would win? Who do you think is stronger? I don't think he would win. I think that there would be a size disadvantage. It'd be very interesting. It'd be very, very interesting, though. Pedro is one of the biggest cowards in MMA sports because he was trying to get a disqualified win. Come on, bro. He got poked in the eye. That's irrefutable. Whether he was trying to get a DQ win or not, you know, he was complaining. It is what it is. He didn't get a DQ win. So, there you go. Max should retire. I think that's a little bit extreme. What do you think is next for Holloway? 55 novelty fights, a Conor fight, a Ferguson fight, a Nate Diaz fight, something like that. Sandman going to pick Song Yudong apart. Easy work. Yeah, probably. I've been a staunch defender of Adesanya. Gave him the benefit of the doubt in the Vittori and Whittaker rematches. But after that, nah, man. I think Pereira haunts him. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Max needs to move up or he's screwed for a while. Imagine Volk goes and grabs the 55-pound belt. Imagine he goes and grabs the 55-pound belt and then stays active in both divisions. That's what Conor said he was going to do. He said, I'm going to go grab the 55-pound belt and I'll defend from both divisions. Never happened. So, Max, Robbie, and Jarrett should all retire together. I'm with you on that one. I'm with you, man. I can't witness Robbie Lawler taking any more damage. Robbie Lawler is one of my favorite fighters of all time. I can't witness him taking any more damage. Max is like if Colby gets another shot at Usman and loses again. Yeah, you're right. What made you pick him in the first fight? I just thought he had the skills to beat him. I thought he would have a heavy game plan, heavy leg kick game plan. And I just thought that Max, it's the same analysis I've had for all three fights. I thought that the power and stamina of Volk were going to be a problem because Max Holloway's biggest weapon is his power, not his power, is his volume and his stamina. He uses his stamina as a weapon. He moves forward. He makes you throw shots. He eats some of them. He avoids some of them. And then you gas out in the later rounds and he really starts to put the volume on you. You can't do that against Volk. One, the power's coming back at you. Two, he's not going to get tired anyway. So basically you're eating shots for free with no payback in the end of the fight. So, and when you first watched the second fight, who did you think won? I thought Volk won, but I thought it was very, very close. Max is still an all-time great. Agreed. Who dominates their division more before Amanda lost to Volkanovski? Amanda lost to Juliana Volkanovski or Amanda Nunes? Volkanovski. I don't understand it. Alex, the Amazon tribesman. Okay. Max could have become champ again if if Volk moves up. Yep. Did you hear Josh Emmett was getting mistreated at UFC 276? He had to sit in the nosebleed section. Yeah, UFC does not treat their fighters right, but at the end of the day, nobody wants to see Emmett fight for a title. I hate to say it. I feel for the guy. But there's no fans out there. I mean, very few, I'll say, because there probably is some, that want to see Josh Emmett fight for the title next. They just don't see him as a realistic challenge to Volk. People would rather see Yair if Yair beats Ortega. Let's do a poll real quick. Do you want to see Volk versus Emmett? Let's go. I'll put a poll in the chat, guys. I'll put a poll in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. I'll get back to the poll in a second. But yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. The UFC should treat these guys better. Josh Emmett is the kind of next guy in line if you're going off wins and who's available. But the fans don't want to see it. But that doesn't change the fact they shouldn't be mistreating him. I don't know the whole scenario, so I'm not super familiar with it. But I don't think they want to promote that fight because they know they're not making it. So Bullet is fighting Tate if she beats Murphy for sure. Chimaev beats Usman if Usman actually takes the fight. Regardless of the fight, it's the best matchup in the entire UFC at this point. One of my top fights I want to see this year. So I hope it gets made. I hope it gets made. Josh Emmett needs to stand up for himself. That shouldn't sit well with him. Yeah, he should. He should let his anger flow. Should let the anger flow, my friend, if he's feeling it, if he's not happy with it. Holloway versus Ferguson makes sense at 155 for a featured fight on a pay-per-view. I'm with you. What's up, VT? What's going on, man? Max would do good at 55, lacks power at 45, and even more at 55. Yeah, wouldn't do good. Yeah, I agree. He's going to have to put on some muscle mass. RDA is a monster. I believe he beats Fiziev by submission. Yeah, could out-grapple him as well and beat him by decision. What's next for Petr Yan? I believe it will be Henry Cejudo. You think Pereira gets Adesanya so fast? What do you mean by that? He's going to get the next title shot? Yes. Hot take, if Oliveira loses next fight, Holloway can move up and rematch Oliveira. Okay. Prochazka versus Ankalaev, who wins? I lean Ankalaev, but it's tough. It's tough. I mean, Ankalaev has good power. He has decent technical striking. He has decent grappling, decent jiu-jitsu. Prochazka is just too dangerous. I mean, that style is not built for longevity. It's just too careless, too willing to accept eating shots on the feet. It's just not going to last. It's never going to last. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I love Yuri Prochazka. I love his fight style. That style is not built for longevity. Volk beat him so bad we forgot about the second fight. Yeah. Max was trying so hard too. He was really going for it. Unfortunately, the only debate people will have if he won 3 or 4 out of the 15 rounds. Yeah. Hell nah. Who do you see Max beating in 55 top 10? I honestly see him beating Tony Ferguson, and then I feel like he would struggle. Let me take a look. Who would he beat at 55? He's not beating Fiziev. He could beat Tony Ferguson, but I don't even know if I'd pick him to beat Tony. He's not beating Mateus Gamrot. He's not beating Dos Anjos. Not beating Beneil. Not beating Chandler, but maybe beating Chandler. You know, if it's a 5-rounder. He's getting out grappled by Islam. Justin Gaethje is winnable, but I think the power disadvantage will be too much. I think he loses to everyone in the top 10. The only chance he has is Tony Ferguson. That's the only chance he has. 100% if he wants to win the fight. That's the only one. Volk eats all of them at 145. I agree. I like and sub you awesome. Thank you, Malik Dejan. Thank you for subscribing. If anyone else is lurking in this chat right now and you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel right now. And let me know if you're lurking in the chat right now. Let me know. Let me know who you are. I want to know if you're lurking. We got 70 people in here. We got like 10 people actually talking. So if you're lurking, show your support in the chat. Even if you don't ask the question, just let me know you're here. What are you doing? Are you just chilling, laying in your bed, got your phone on the nightstand, listening to some well-educated MMA discussion? Let me know what you're doing. That's what I'm curious. I'm always curious who's lurking behind the scenes. Volk would easily beat Emmett. Yeah, it wouldn't even be competitive. I have no desire to see that fight. I feel the same way I felt about Adesanya. I feel the same way I feel about Adesanya versus Cannonier about Volk Emmett. Even worse, though, honestly. Volk versus Oliveira next. Islam. No, I want to see Volk versus the winner of Oliveira Islam. Joey, do you think Pereira would beat Robert Whittaker? I know this fight isn't going to happen right now. Who do you see winning? I think Whittaker might out-grapple him. I think Cyril Gane versus John Jones will be a better fight than Stipe Jones. I mean, it's all pretty interesting. You think Bryce could take Volk down and keep him there? No, absolutely not. It's not happening. It's not happening at all. Frame size, I think Volk could struggle with physically the top-ranked lightweights. I agree. I think Usman would have a better chance at 85 if he moved up. I agree. I don't think Volk would beat Islam. He might be able to beat Oliveira. I think we're pretty much going to get Volk Emmett, which is going to be an absolute destruction on Emmett's part. Like, Emmett's going to get destroyed. I agree. But Emmett does have the one-punch KO power, but I hate going into a fight like, this guy has power. This guy has power. So, I want to see Arnold Allen fight again. Duke can be a champion someday. Super well-rounded. I agree. Bilal versus Hamzat and Islam versus Beneil. Petr Yan versus Yudong undercard fight night. Petr Yan, Song Yudong already has a fight. Bilal versus Hamza, I think might happen. I think is going to happen. Islam Beneil, no. No. Most entertaining champs right now. Easily Israel Adesanya. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys. Most entertaining champs for me, it's Yuri, then Volk, then probably Usman or Figgy. Carl and Izzy are dead last. Probably Francis next. Oh, never mind. I forgot about Charles. I count Charles as the champion. So most exciting champ is probably Yuri, then Charles, then Volk, then Figgy and Usman in a tie, then Ngannou. But Ngannou's right up there too. And then Carla and Adesanya are at the tail end. There you go. There you go, guys. Um, Jan Blachowicz has a good chance of beating Yuri. We talked about it earlier. I agree with you 100%. I agree 100%. No one seems to talk about the dark horse of the light heavyweight division. Paul Craig is one of the top BJJ artists and sub over Ankalaev. He will be the next champ. I don't think he will. People are going to figure that out. They're going to avoid that card at all costs. So, but yeah, he has some good wins for sure. He finds a way to win. Joey, Talia Santos versus Alexa Grasso, who wins? It's a very possible fight for later this year. I would probably take Talia Santos. But Alexa Grasso, I mean, I think it's hard to say because she hasn't fought the best competition yet. But she's looked very good and she's ever improving and she's still very young. Max might beat Mac at 55 too. Yeah. Sub and like the content. This is my new favorite channel. How long have you been subscribed, Styles? Did you just find the channel today? Or you've been subscribed for a while? But appreciate you telling other people to go subscribe. And if you have any friends that watch MMA, I don't want any fake subscribers. Share my channel with them. Tell them to go subscribe to the channel. Oliveira versus Makhachev. Who wins? Oliveira by guillotine. Yes, sir. Cooking a New York steak, my guy. That's awesome. I'm lurking. Yeah, to be honest, I think Max will try to chase money fights until Volk maybe loses. Yeah, that's probably his best bet. Joe, do you watch fights with commentary on or off? I have it on, but I don't have it particularly loud, and I'm not paying particularly close attention. That's exactly what I'm laying in bed and enjoying the show. Well, I appreciate you, man. I'm glad. I've always said it before, you know. If you just got me laying on the nightstand just listening to this MMA discussion, that's the goal here. That's the goal here. To be a nice and soothing MMA discussion on YouTube. So, appreciate you, Malik. I still think Max can beat Volk. He already has that second time, but Volk has improved and keeps growing by day. Domination Max in the third fight. I think Max needs a new coach, maybe Trevor Whitman. I don't think he's ever beating him. I think Volk just has his number. But Joey, nobody wanted to see Usman versus Edwards, and it's still happening. I didn't like that fight, but it's one of those fights that you know who's going to win. If Ortega beats Jair, what are they going to do? I don't think Volk versus Emmett happens. Usman versus Edwards needed to happen. It made sense. It made too much sense. Former lurker here. Appreciate you. Former lurker, now member of the channel. If anybody else wants to become a member of the channel, the link is in the description, guys. The link is in the description. I'll post it in the chat as well. I usually do. It is $3 a month. Members only Discord. We have about 40 people in the members Discord. I'll post it in the chat real quick. Become a member. Let's go. We're in the members only Discord chatting MMA every single day. Every single day. We got custom emojis, Hamzat emoji, Connor emoji, Nate emoji, Habib emoji, Dana White emoji. I put the link in the chat, or there's a join button. Should be a join button right next to the subscribe button, I believe. So if you want to become a member, there you go. It's a great way to support the channel, and you get to be in the members Discord forever unless you act like an asshole and get banned. Izzy used to be entertaining. I don't know what happened. His last two fights were snooze fest. Granted, Bobby versus Izzy 2 was a tactical chess match. Like, we need Izzy that beat Bobby 1 and Costa. It all depends on what his opponent does, honestly. It all depends. He's not going to take too many risks, in my opinion. I think that's what's going on there. Hold on one second. I got like a million tabs open. I open a million tabs while I'm streaming, and then I forget to close them out. So, okay, there we go. I feel bad for Izzy. He's good. He just makes the fight boring. I feel like he's the new Anderson Silva, but Silva always made the fight entertaining. I see a lot of people comparing him to Anderson Silva because Anderson Silva had a couple boring fights. It's not the same. It's not the same. But, yeah, Anderson Silva was super entertaining. Not every fight out, but for a lot of them. Quite a bit of them. Ooh, and I forgot to end the poll. Hold on one second. 77% say no, they don't want to see Volk versus Emmett. Yeah, so I'm ending that poll. I'm ending that poll, my friends. Nobody wants to see Emmett fight for the belt. It's just, I mean, it's a sad truth. I feel bad for him. Alex Pereira, the Amazon ape, he's built different. He has massive reach and length. I guess I reached your goal. I usually listen to you while I fall asleep. It's nice hearing just random MMA discussion. I appreciate you, Kyle. I appreciate you. Because I know sometimes I'll turn on, I have YouTube Premium, so I'll just listen in the background of something. Not MMA usually. And there's some stuff I just can't watch. Like, it almost stresses me out listening to it while I'm trying to sleep. So I don't necessarily want to put you to sleep with my discussion, but my goal is like you're laying there, you got your phone on the nightstand charging, you're listening to it, enjoying it until you fall into a nice deep slumber, until you're too tired, you can't resist falling asleep. That's my goal in life. So I'm happy that I'm achieving it with you, Kyle. What do you think about Holloway versus El Kukui? I think that makes an interesting fight. I think it's a very interesting fight. Make it. Mac cherry picking Tony and Tony whooping him would be hilarious. That would be the greatest thing in MMA to ever happen for me personally. When is my boy Colby coming back? Any idea? No idea. No idea. I don't think he wants any of the fights. If Edwards beats Usman, it would be a great for UFC because it will open the door for many fresh fights. I think so, but I don't know. I think Usman versus Hamza is a massive fight that hasn't happened yet. Usman versus Shavkat could be massive if Shavkat wins another fight. So, I don't know. Do we have... I haven't paid attention to any of the odds yet, so... Or I really don't pay attention to odds in general, but I'll check it out. Crazy that I'm talking about the boogeyman becoming a cherry pick, how things can change quickly. I know. I personally appreciate the way Izzy fights. He reminds me of Floyd Mayweather. If these middleweights are good, then they must beat him. Yeah, I mean, it's on both guys in the fight for sure. Who can Usman beat in the middleweight top 10? He could beat Kelvin, he could beat Uriah, he could beat Darren, he could beat Jack. Paulo Costa is going to be tough because Paulo Costa is probably stuffing the takedowns and beating him up on the feet. He could beat Derek Brunson. He could probably beat Strickland. He already beat Strickland, but not at middleweight. He's not beating Vettori. He could probably beat Cannonier, but it's going to be tough to beat Cannonier as well. And tough to beat Whitaker. Probably not beating Whitaker or Adesanya, would be my guess. I'm convinced that Volkanovski is the best fighter in the UFC right now. You can't convince me that Volkanovski is not the best fighter in the UFC right now. You can't convince me that. Who do you think was winning the Sean O'Malley fight? I think it was kind of even, but I thought Pedro Munoz clearly won the first round. He threw more strikes. Not every single one of those leg kicks were checked. Anyone saying that hasn't watched the fight. People are just gobbling up whatever O'Malley says. It's just not factual. Just because every time he turned his knee out doesn't mean he checked every kick. A lot of those kicks were landing and there was a delayed attempt to check. And then also Pedro Munoz started attacking the thigh leg kick. So I think Pedro Munoz clearly did more damage, clearly took the first round. But I think it's up for debate. But O'Malley didn't really land much in that first round at all. He landed a couple shots. So it could be up for debate. I think O'Malley was starting to turn it on. And I thought it was starting to go his way and he would probably win. But I think he lost the first round. And only Saul D'Amato disagrees. So when Saul D'Amato is on your side and saying Sean O'Malley won the first round, I think you have a little bit of an issue. We know what Sal D'Amato has a history of. It's not just the boring fights. It's the fact that he overhypes them so much, then coast on fight night and uses the word like, I still effed him up. I agree with you 100%, James Perez. Could not have said it better myself. I said it in the post-fight. The dude talks so much before his fights, saying, I'm going to destroy this guy. I'm going to F this guy up. I'm coming to show off and show out. And then he puts on a garbage performance. Do you still believe Hamzat can become a double or triple champ out of curiosity? No, he's not becoming triple champ. I'll tell you that right off the bat. Jan Blachowicz would wipe the floor with him. Yuri Prohaska would wreck him. Double champ is possible, but I think it's doubtful. Single champ at 170, yes. Visually, Volkanovski versus Emmett would be intriguing, like two rolled it up orcs who escaped from Modar going at it. Granted, Izzy is a counter striker by trait and is terrible on the front foot. Izzy does have power. I think his opponents feel the power and tend to fall back and try to kickbox with him. Yeah, it's on both people, for sure. It's on both people. Shavkat versus Burns, who wins? I'm probably taking Shavkat. How do you think Oliveira versus Colby plays out? I think Colby's too big, too strong. Hamzat, Shavkat, one has to fall. I'd love that fight. D-Rod or Ponzinibbio, what you like best for Ian Gary next? What are his chances? I'd like to see him against Ponzinibbio, but I don't think the UFC is going to make that matchup just yet. I think Ian Gary could beat Ponzinibbio, but I think I'd be very doubtful. They're not going to toss him into the deep end that quickly. Shavkat versus Hamzat winner. right now, I would take Khamzat. I think he'd bully him in the clinch a little bit, but it'd be very, very interesting. I'd love to see that fight booked right now. Just book it right now. If I was a billionaire, the first thing I would do is buy the UFC, and then I'm making Shavkat versus Khamzat. What's your favorite ice cream? You guys are going to hate me. I do not like ice cream at all. Who has a better chance of beating Usman at 170, Oliveira or Islam? Oliveira for the submission threat. What are your thoughts on Dylan Danish? You think he's legit? Absolutely not. Dude's getting beat up. Dude is getting beat up by bouncers at clubs. You know, the guy is clinging desperately to relevance by tweeting out ridiculous claims and constantly clout chasing. The guy's just plain annoying. I don't think anybody in the MMA community likes him. And I honestly feel bad for him. I feel like he's a person that he rode the coattails of Conor McGregor into slight relevancy. And everyone just realized this guy's a dick. And, you know, now thinks he's a big shot because he's sitting on the lap of Conor McGregor. That's my thoughts. He's definitely not legit. And that's it. You know who's really good? That guy at 145. His name is what's his name? He's undefeated right now. Movsar Evloev is his name. Have you ever gone to a UFC pay-per-view? Personally love watching Conor in person because he performs for the fans inside and outside the octagon and doesn't try to point strike decisions. Yeah, I love watching Conor McGregor fight. Yes, I've been to 2 pay-per-views. UFC 172 in Baltimore, Maryland, literally 20 minutes from where I live. And I also went to UFC 244, Madison Square Garden, Nate Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal, BMF title. Robert almost outstruck Izzy with reach and height disadvantage. Alex has all the physical tools. Could very well happen. Alex video fights are amazing. Why he hits so hard? Is it the biome? I don't know. How many rounds realistically does Pereira Izzy go? I'll say 3 rounds. It's a chess match up until Pereira just clips him. Joey, if Josh doesn't get the title shot and Ortega beats Yair, the only fight to make is Volk Ortega 2. Yeah, I think hopefully Yair wins and we get the Yair fight. If not, I guess we're getting Emmett. Ugh. This new kick, yeah, and also there's a chance we get Emmett just because Volk wants to be super active. I could see the UFC needing another fight for UFC 278, right? I think that's the Aljo TJ fight. And Josh Emmett getting a shot because Volk just loves activity. So they'll just feed him Emmett. I could totally see it happening. This new kickboxing dude will be the end of Israel Adesanya. No way Israel's beating him. I think there's a chance Israel beats him. Could outstrike him. If Izzy gets past Pereira, what's next for him? Back to light heavyweight? No. Probably fighting another up-and-coming guy like Munhoz or something like that. Or Amaivov. Ian Gary versus Daniel Rodriguez. I'll go Daniel Rodriguez. Thoughts on Usman fighting at light heavyweight? He'd get wrecked at light heavyweight, my friend. He would get wrecked. The most intriguing fight in UFC is Charles Islam followed by Khamzat Colby. I would say Charles Islam followed by Khamzat versus Usman and 3-way tie, honestly, with Ngannou, John Jones. Hold on. Do you have any advice dealing with a hard breakup first night? It's tough. Oh, damn, Mello. You put me in a tough spot. I'm giving life advice now on an MMA channel. I don't know. Try not to think about it. Watch a TV show or something on Netflix. Or join an amazing MMA chat and community online on YouTube for free. And talk in the chat. I don't know, man. That sounds tough. I'm sorry you're going through it. I hope you're all right. I would just try to not think about it the best you can. I seen your video where it was Sean O'Malley possible next fight. When you said Umar, I was flabbergasted. I personally don't think they would feed Sean O'Malley to Umar. Yeah, that's why it was number 3. That was why it was number 3. I thought it was a possibility, but I thought it was unlikely. The 2 most likely matchups were Rob Font and Pedro Munoz rematch. I don't think I've seen Shavkat make any tactical mistakes whatsoever. Fair enough. I can't remember. I end up slouching down in the chair as the stream goes on. Yanez versus O'Malley winner. I think O'Malley probably wins. But I'd love to see that fight too. That's a crazy good fight. That is a crazy good fight. Izzy versus Alex is the new intriguing fight too. I know. I'm so pumped. I want to see that fight so badly. I like Ian Gary, but he's so green, man. I hate he squares himself up against the cage. He gets caught. Yeah, and if somebody attacks him with combinations, he backs up with his hands down and his chin up in the air. I hate Izzy. Okay, yes, I have. I don't know what that is about. I like Yanez, but man, he's too wild. But I like his attitude and needs to fix that and be less wild. Yeah, I would agree with that assessment. Oliveira, the most exciting fighter to watch in the UFC right now. Who did I rank as number one most exciting? Yuri Prohaska, number one. Then probably Charles. Do you think Volk is on juice? I mean, how is he improving radically in his mid? I have no idea, man. I'm not a PED expert. Alex will smash Izzy. We'll see. No fight at 45 is interesting for Volk. Now, I think Yair's would be interesting. TJ Dillashaw versus Volk winner. TJ Dillashaw versus Volk winner. What are you trying to say there? And Piotr Jan and versus Volk. I don't know what you're saying, JJ Smoke. What do you think of Mohamed Mokaev? Very young, very talented. Too early to tell how good he is. As a John Jones fan, is the return real? I feel like you don't know what to believe. If Dana says he has a fight lined up, we've been through this phase before. 50-50, but I say it happens. Sterling versus Volk winner since Sterling talked about it. Sterling versus Volk winner. Volk would destroy Sterling, and nobody wants to see that. Cejudo versus O'Malley winner. I would take Cejudo by out-grappling him. How is your girlfriend doing, and how long have you guys been together? How long have we been together now? 13 years. 13 years. And we're doing good. We're doing great. I can see the UFC just booking Volk versus Oliveira because Oliveira really hasn't shown interest in fighting Islam, and Dana himself said he feels Islam doesn't deserve it yet and wants Beneil. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe it. Volkanovski beat Holloway. Now we're forced to keep having Volkanovski as champion. That makes me mad. I can't stand Volkanovski. I don't know how you can dislike Volkanovski at all. Volkanovski is one of the most likable fighters on the roster. I don't know how you can dislike him. Yeah, I feel like it will probably be Font or Pedro too. Yep. They should feed Sugar to Yan once and for all. Yeah, I would love to see Sugar versus Yan. We'd get a lot of questions answered. If Sugar wins, he gets the next title shot. If he doesn't, he can't hang with the elite, depending on how the fight would go. Who do you think Dominic Reyes will fight next? I have a feeling he's going to drop in the rankings soon. Maybe Paul Craig would be my guess if I had to guess. What was up with the hump thing Ian Gary was doing at the weigh-ins? I don't know. It was so creepy, dude. I mentioned that in the members Discord when it happened. It was creepy. Joe, UFC 276 broke my heart. That 3 loss to Volk hurt, man. After I turned off the TV because I knew Izzy Cannonier was going to suck. I'm sorry. Alex and Izzy, let's get it on. Yeah, there you go. I guess so. Volk is a GOAT. Who do you have in Volk versus Oliveira? I'm 50-50 on that fight. Right now, I'm leaning Volk, but it's probably recency bias. I'd probably go Oliveira, honestly. Who would win Volk versus TJ? Volk would destroy him, and Volk would destroy him. Piotr Jan would be interesting, but I think he'd be too small. Who did you predict in Izzy versus Whitaker? The first fight I predicted Whitaker. Second fight I predicted Izzy. Where's your girlfriend? Is she with you? Yes, we own a home together. She's sleeping in our bedroom. Volk is so fun to watch. I don't know how you can't like him. Can't like watching him. Yeah, I don't get it either. And she might actually be watching right now if she's not sleeping, but she's probably sleeping for sure. Yan would mop O'Malley. Probably, but it'd be interesting as hell to find out. This may sound a bit crazy. I feel like one of his toughest fight right now could be Cejudo. Is his wrestling just that good? Volk would wreck Cejudo, in my opinion. It wouldn't even be competitive. Volk is effing great. He's 100% my new guy. Volkanovski may be my favorite fighter right now. I want to get a Volkanovski autograph. Let's see if they have any Volkanovski autographs. Donate to the channel, guys. I need to buy a Volkanovski autograph. There's got to be a bold Volkanovski autograph, a bald Volkanovski autograph. Like if they don't, why aren't they selling Volkanovski autographs? UFC 276. Let's see if they got anything listed yet. Even if they don't have photos. Just a dumb poster. Come on. Just a canvas photo. Canvas and autograph. No autograph? Come on. I want a Volkanovski autograph badly. I would love to add that to my memorabilia collection. I would love to add that. So, unfortunately, it looks like that's not going to happen because the UFC's never doing it. I can't blame Charles Oliveira on the McGregor fight. Dude is trying to set his family up for life. Yeah. But how are you just calling out a guy that like hasn't won a fight in your division in years just because you want a money fight? No, Conor can go fight fun fights. The UFC should not give it to Charles. Was Izzy fight boring? What's exciting? What's exciting was maybe hoping Charles could get a random knockout or a flurry on Izzy. Yeah, there was definitely some tension, but it was boring. Volk undoubtedly the best pound for pound fighter on the planet, man. Mendez, Aldo, max 3 should be 2 times. But even still, KZ, Ortega, insane resume. Yeah, I agree. 100%. I don't think anybody's calling for Sean O'Malley title shot in the next year. He needs more time. Fair enough. Fair enough. Thoughts on the 277 poster? I haven't seen it yet. I have not seen it. And now I just jumped way down the chat somehow. Hottest female fighter of all. I don't know, man. I really don't. I really don't know. That's not something I've really thought about too much. The chat can answer you, like I always say. Maybe one day I'll have an answer for you, but I haven't thought about it. What happened with Poirier, Michael Chandler in the crowd? I don't know. I haven't even seen it. My question is about Volk, by the way. Okay, what's your question? Some drama. I don't know what that's about. Figgy versus Sterling. I think Sterling would easily win against Figgy. I think Sterling would take him down, dominate him on the ground, brutalize him on the ground. Joey, I feel like Sean can beat Cody Garbrandt. Yeah, I think Sean would KO Cody Garbrandt. Who did you predict in Dan Hooker versus Chandler fight? And did you like Chandler since he came into the UFC? He has been fighting killers. I actually picked Dan Hooker in that fight, I believe. I thought Dan Hooker was going to chin him with like a step-in knee. You know, Chandler's a little bit chinny, comes forward, he crouches down a lot, and Hooker has great step-in knees, and he's super tall and lanky. I believe I picked Hooker. I'm not 100% confident on that, but I think I did. Chandler versus Poirier, real or fake beef? Probably real. Best chance for sub upcoming card? Your best 3? I don't know, bro. I got to look at the card. I'll get back to you on that. Ask me Wednesday. I recommended the Alex Pereira signed gloves if they're still available. They're cheap and will go up in value. They're selling those? There's no way they're selling those cheap. My eye's itching now, guys. Para signed gloves. Oh, I see. They're on. There's one glove. It's $100. Oh, Alex Pereira. Featured UFC glove signed by Alex Pereira. JSA. Yeah, guys. Somebody donate me $99.99. I'll buy this Alex Pereira glove right now on stream. Come on, guys. Get the donations up to 100. I'll go buy it right now. Let's see if they got anything else for Alex Pereira. Let's just see autographs in general. I would love to add a glove to the collection. Sports memorabilia. There's an Alex Pereira autograph after the flying knee at UFC 268. Let's see. How much is that? That's only on eBay? What the hell? JSA. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's only like $50, but it's small as hell. That's crazy. Yeah, that's actually pretty cheap. Do you have a souvenir from Conor? This right here is Khabib choking out Conor, and there's a piece of canvas from UFC 229 on that. There's no autograph though, but I do have a picture of Khabib after the Conor fight autographed downstairs. Thoughts on 277? Haven't seen it. Joey, do you think Alex surpassed Aldo? Yes, but maybe not, just because if you count Aldo's WEC career, there's a chance. No. Yeah, they're very bad with memorabilia. I want a Charles Oliveira and I want a Volkanovski autograph badly. But that just doesn't exist. Guys, keep the questions coming. If you have not already, like the stream. Like the stream. We're about to get to 4,000 subscribers. Probably in the next 2 weeks, I would say. Probably in the next 2 weeks, I would guess. We're at 3,812. So we need 188 subs. I think I typically get like 150, 200 a week or something like that, maybe. I remember one week I got like 800 subs. It was crazy. That was in May. I have no idea. Hopefully. Figgy versus Moreno 4 winner. I'd take Moreno. McGregor best comeback fight is Nate Diaz 3 at 165. Just makes sense. It would happen at 170. It is possible there's a max 4. No. Nope. It's never going to happen. Joe, which is your favorite Izzy fight? I feel his best fight was definitely Gastelum. Gina Carano. You got to be like Guru and make a tier list. Hottest female. That ain't going to happen. I have no idea. I couldn't even come up with a list right now for anything. Who would win Pitbull versus Volkanovski? Definitely Volkanovski. 1, Valerie Letourneau. 2, Rachel Ostovich. 3, Tracy Cortez without a reasonable doubt. Best MMA one-liner. I don't know. Anderson Silva, you absolutely suck. It was corny as hell, but at the time it was kind of cool. Joey, what you drinking during fights? Either water. There's 2 things I'm drinking during fights. Either this water right here or sweet tea from Chick-fil-A. Nah, my question was about saying I feel Cejudo would give him a challenge. Yeah, I don't think he would at all. So, take a quick moment to watch Poirier Chandler clip if you haven't seen it. It's short. Just describe it, man. I really hate looking up these giving them. It's honestly nothing to do with actually looking it up, but it's the fact that I got to go give them views for these corny clips that nobody really actually cares about. I'm sorry, just describe it to me. But I'm looking something else up right now. I'm exiting out some of these tabs, guys. It's actually getting late. It's almost 1 a.m. right now. That's insanity to me. How is it almost 1 a.m.? Hooker looks like he could fight at 185. Did you see how? Yes, I did. His gloves from the second fight, not the Strickland fight. Yeah, I saw that. Can Alex Pereira knock out Izzy in the cage? Yes. Wow, Joey, what do you rate UFC 278 and is your good card since it only has 1 title fight and not very interesting? I don't know yet. I'd have to look at the card as a whole. I think they might add another title fight to it potentially. But it's hard to say because it's not that far away. I have a Robbie Lawler autograph. I have the picture of Rory McDonald and Robbie Lawler staring down in between rounds. And Robbie Lawler autographed it and Rory McDonald autographed it. What's next for Lawler? I don't know, man. Maybe retirement. That's never going to happen, bro. I got 4,000 subs. Come on now. It's not going to happen. Early predictions on Stipe Jones and what round? I take Jones 2nd round stoppage. Who do you think Chito fights next if he beats Dom? I don't know. Maybe Jan. I could see the Jan fight happening. Maybe. Or he might get a title shot depending on the layout of the division. Joey can't do the hottest list because his lady will butcher him like Tony did Anthony. No, I don't care about stuff like that. She doesn't care about stuff like that. I just really don't know off the top of my head. For me, I'm not stalking these women's Instagrams, so I only see them on fight night. And for me, yeah, there's nothing too crazy I see on fight nights, to be honest, that sticks out to me that I actively remember them. It's amazing that Amazon tribesman Alex Pereira destroys most. Okay. I like to apologize to absolutely nobody. That was a good one. I don't want to be mean, but Valerie Letourneau is not way hot in no such way. Okay. Should Jessica Rose Clark retire? Yes. Can Volk become a GOAT at 55? No, I don't think he will win. But if he can go up there and win, of course he could. Not really important. Just Poirier calling. Yeah. See, I don't even care about that. Ankalaev or Yuri? Ankalaev. If Chito beats Doms, he can just wait for a title shot or fight Sean again. Could you imagine? If the Sean Chito 2 fight happens? There's going to be some serious storyline to that potential matchup I mean, after the way he acted after the first fight, after he got brutally flash KO'd, stretchered out of the cage, no serious injury, and then after all, a couple years go by, because it's been, I believe it happened at UFC 252, August of 2020. After all these years, maybe, because it'd be like 3 years by the time it would actually happen, finally getting that rematch. And imagine if Sean O'Malley wins, what'll happen there is everyone will say, see, that first fight was a fluke. Sean O'Malley winning the second fight does not prove the first fight was a fluke. Imagine if Vera does it to him again, though. Vera is very durable, and he has power on all his shots. I would probably pick Vera to win. I don't think Sean O'Malley can beat Vera. I think Vera's way better than him. He's too durable. O'Malley's the more technical striker. I picked O'Malley in the first fight. My mustache is itching yet again. But I think Vera is just too durable, has an amazing gas tank, has a good variety of attack, throws power in all his shots. I think he wins that fight for sure. Yeah, so that's corny. Robbie and Cowboy losing like that broke my heart. All I give you is $5 in a pack of late. No. Yuri, Pena Nunes prediction, what round? I think Nunes stops her in the first round. TKO Nunes first round. Father Time is undefeated in its MMA, and it's usually ugly. 100% it's ugly all the time. The young perpetually eats the old in MMA. Watch Poirier Chandler altercation Poirier. Yeah, I don't want to, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I can't do it. I hate corny videos like that. Oh yeah, these guys were talking shit to each other. Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. Case in point, O'Malley flatlining Eddie Wineland. That's got to be one of the funniest KOs I've ever seen. Okay. Marlon Vera's. I love the way Marlon Vera carries himself. I think he's hilarious too. Same love Cheeto. Yeah, I think a lot of people do. If I could get an autograph of Cheeto Vera, like have him autograph like that elbow flash KO'd elbow of Sean O'Malley. Let's see if I can find one. I'm gonna message him on Instagram and be like, dude, if I send you some money, will you let's see. There's a Marlon Cheeto Vera autograph. Oh, there is one. Dude, I might have to buy this. I wonder if this is authentic, though. It says BASCOA. Marlon Cheeto Vera signed autograph 11/14 photo. And it's him flash KOing Sean O'Malley with elbows. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. How do I know if this is authentic or not? This item has been authenticated by Bectic Authentication Services. I guess that's legit. I guess it's legit. Guys, send me $80 worth of donations. I will order this right now off of eBay, and I'll pay to go get it professionally framed. It'll probably cost me like $100, and I will have it chilling in the background. It will be Marlon Vera flash. I gotta buy this, guys. I gotta buy. That's the next purchase I'm doing with some. I put every dime I get donated to this channel back into the channel, and oh man, I'm on StreamYard. I don't necessarily know how to share stream on StreamYard. I will buy this and hang it in the background. That's what I'm doing. Every dollar I get donated, I reinvest into the channel. Let me show you what this looks like, guys. Let's look. I'm gonna take a picture because I don't remember exactly how to share your screen in StreamYard, and I don't feel like wasting time. Look at this. It's autographed right there. You see a little silver line? I gotta get that, guys. I gotta get that. If you want to see a picture of O'Malley getting flash KO'd in the background, donate to the channel, guys. I will buy that if it's still available in the next month. Depending on how the channel does, I'm going to buy that and hang it in the background. So there you go. Who else besides Khabib would dare ask, what do you want to talk about, guys? You guys have any questions in his Hall of Fame speech? I don't know. Would you shed a tear when... No, I did not. Joey, I feel like after this London card, they should make another London card. Have Pimlet versus RDA, the main event. No, Pimlet versus RDA, dude, you lost me there. Damn, my man really shitting on Pena's victory. I'm sorry. Will Adesanya leave Alex Stop. Would you like to see Sean and Munoz fight again, but get an easy win and then run it back next year would be a bad blood build? No, I would like to see him just rematch. I think that's what it would be. Do you think Usman retires and moves up his weight class? He fights either Hamzat or Shavkat. Moves up from weight class. I hope not, man. Those are two fights that I'm dying to see. Man, just say you I don't even hate Sean. It's not about Sean O'Malley. It's about his fans, my friend. And I do like Chito Vera. So, there you go. I'm slowly creeping there. Look, if this is the scale, right? Like right here. This is absolutely loving Sean O'Malley. This is a fanboy. This is despising Sean O'Malley. And this is the center. I'm like a hair this way. Like a hair. Just a hair. A hair towards disliking him. I do not hate him by any means. I find his cult-like following incredibly annoying. Incredibly annoying. Disconnected from reality. Biased. And I call it out. And do I troll a little bit? Do I have a little bit of fun with it? Yes, I do. But I do not hate Sean O'Malley at all. I'm literally, for the Sean O'Malley fans that think I'm hating him, I'm literally replicating what Sean O'Malley is doing. I am taking a page out of Sean O'Malley's book. He would tell you it himself. What Sean O'Malley does, I mean, I guess he probably wouldn't say that. He's trolling people. When he says, oh, I'm the first guy to stop Pedro Munoz, so I didn't really lose to Chito Vera. He's trolling. He's just getting people riled up. I'm doing the same exact things with what I say, but what I'm saying is also facts. So, there you go. Yes, he will have Arvalo. I don't know what we're talking about. So, we're going to see Jorge Masvidal versus Conor fight finally? I hope so. I hope so. I would love to see it. Dude, hang it in the back if you get it. I will get it. I will get it. I'm going to see how many donations I get this month in July. And if I get enough, I will pay for it with donations. And I will 100% buy that. Go get it. I'll go get it professionally framed. I love getting stuff professionally framed. Getting like a nice mat on it, you know what I mean? Instead of buying like some cheap frame. I'll get it like matted with like maybe like a red mat or something. I don't know. I have to figure it out. And I'll put it in the background. That line is so fire. Is Chito Vera your favorite bantamweight fighter? No. My favorite bantamweight fighter is probably Petr Yan, honestly. But I mean, I like a lot of bantamweight fighters, to be honest. I think I'm going to buy that just so I don't have to stare at it in Joey's videos. You buy that, you can't convince me you're not an O'Malley hater. Dude, I like Chito Vera. Dude, that would be hilarious. Sean fans will be livid. I know. Dude, it would be so funny. Sean fans are like meme, but if Sean actually becomes champion, his fans will be going crazy. I know. If you could have any fighter sign something, who would you want it to be? I don't know. Who would I want an autograph of if I could pick anyone? If I could grab anyone's autograph right now, I don't know, man. Would it be like the fighter I love, or would it be like value-wise? Who's the biggest value autograph? I probably want John Jones. He's the biggest value, but also I think he's very relevant. The fans are just the boys. Would you ever buy an authentic UFC belt? The old one is so clean, I'm thinking about it. No, I would not. That's not for me. 17-0, defeated, undisputed. Yeah. By the way, the auto is legit. Check Discord. Okay, my friends. Let's see. Oh, you went and found a way to check it? That's pretty cool. 17-0. There's a difference between thinking someone is overrated and hating on someone, and Sean O'Malley's definitely overrated. I agree with you on the O'Malley take. I would also add Izzy to that. Both can't talk the game, but do not back it up in the cage. Fans pay for hands to be thrown and people to be ragged out. Yeah, but I think it's different. It's different because at least Izzy's beating top guys. O'Malley hasn't beat anyone of note yet. I think you do kind of hate Sean O'Malley. I really don't. I would tell you. There's probably going to come a day where I do. Because he's just slowly creeping that way with the way he's handled this loss, with the way he's handled the Marlon Vera loss. I'll let you know. I'll I'll buy it and send it to Sean and have him sign 17-0, undefeated, undisputed. There you go. Sean's still undefeated. Merab or Aldo? Definitely Aldo. He's going to stuff the takedowns, chop the legs. Merab dangerous for Aldo if he gets past him. If he gets past him, yeah. Joey, how would Yanez versus Yadong go? I think Yadong would put him out. Do you have Hamzat autograph? No, I do not. If you buy it, you should definitely get Sean to sign it too and say you're a big fan. Yeah, but I'm going to send it to him and he's going to shred it. And I wouldn't even know how to get in contact with him. But I think Sean O'Malley would respect what I'm doing. I'm doing the same thing he's doing. Damn, we asked the same question, same time, crazy. My number one autograph would be Conor McGregor. I'd sell it for some hype beast, okay? I was going to say John Jones. Hey, Joey, did you see the post about punch hitting O'Malley? If you covered it, I just joined. I think you're talking about Munoz. The punch hit the opposite eye of the eye that it was stopped for. The punch hit the left eye of Munoz. The fight was stopped because of the right eye, and he has a right cornea abrasion. So, yes, I've seen it. We've discussed it, but it doesn't add up, and no one can answer it for me. Haha, I get a photo with my favorite fighter. I liked old UFC better than new Power Ranger ones. The new ones have kind of grown on me. Initially, I really hated them, but now I kind of like them, but I miss the old ones for sure. How happy were you when you saw Sean get brutally KO'd by Pereira? I wasn't really happy. I was just kind of happy that I got my pick right, but it wasn't an amazing performance. So I wasn't like overjoyed, you know. Jones versus DC3. What about it? What about it? It's never going to happen. Jones would win if so, though. I want a Dan Hooker autograph on a hunting or fishing jersey. That's a weird thing. That's a weird specific fighter with a weird specific thing that you want autographed. But I don't know what I just did there. I accidentally clicked on some pop-up that popped up in studio, so I don't know. Don Aspinall, toughest matchups for Jones. What do you think? I think Aspinall is probably number one. Yeah, I think Aspinall, I mean, he's so well-rounded in so many different ways. I don't know. I don't know. But that would be my guess. I think Aspinall would be the toughest test for him. I wonder how this guy even got this autograph. I would love to go just buy it. I'm tempted just to buy it right now. It's 11 by 14, so it's not super small. It's big enough. I'd take it right somewhere and get it framed real nice. 30 days return. It's $8 shipping, so I guess there would be tax. It's about $100 to buy it. It's not too bad at all. I thought it'd be probably more expensive. It would be hilarious to just prop it up in the background. Oh my, it would be so funny. It'd be so funny. Let's see. Joey, how do you see O'Malley versus Cejudo going? Probably Cejudo out-grappling him. Yeah, you hope M8. If there was one fight you could make in the UFC right now, what would it be? Could it be a different weight class? Probably Islam Charles or Usman versus Hamzat or John Jones and Ngannou. What's crazy is that Strickland comes back, gets 2 wins. He gets a title shot if Izzy's still the champion. Yeah. The build-up would be crazy. Till versus Masvidal too? I mean, Till's at middleweight now. Cejudo would beat him, I agree. If Sean O'Malley becomes champion, you'll be mad. No, I will not be. I won't be remotely mad. Sean O'Malley versus Prime Cyborg, who wins? I'll say Prime Cyborg. If Aspinall booked against anyone, yes, he's fighting Curtis Blades in a couple weeks. Do you think Silva, GSP, and Izzy are boring champions? That's the argument I'm seeing on Twitter. No. Izzy has had far more boring fights than either one of them. GSP was taking guys down and beating them up. Silva had a few boring fights, but I'm thinking it was like 3 or 4. I didn't watch the entire Silva reign. But yeah. I think Izzy has shown a level of boringness that others have not. Who should be Nate Diaz's last fight? Tony Ferguson. Say you won't buy it right now. I want to badly. I'm going to. I can tell Joey ain't getting money. He would have bought it. I'm going to buy it, dude. I'm going to buy it. I want to buy it with funds I've got from the channel. And that's what I'm going to do. And I'll buy it this month, dude. I'm not worried about it. I literally have, between everything sitting in front of me, I probably have like a $8,000 setup. I have not made $8,000 on YouTube, okay? I've not. So, you can say whatever you want, Southside Millie, but that's cool. Imagine buying that and Cheeto becomes champion. That would be hilarious. Ferguson versus Diaz, winner at 170. I'd probably take Ferguson. Cut him up with elbows. Doctor stoppage. As a Sean O'Malley fan, I'll say I don't see him as champ at 35, but I do think he's an elite talent. He's clearly shown he's well above lower guys. Yeah. How much are those figures behind you? Roughly 200 apiece. Some of them were a little bit different, a little bit more. Some of them maybe a tad less, like 180. But yeah, I mean, come on. I got all this stuff. I got DC here, autograph bobblehead. Nick Diaz, autograph bobblehead. Demetrius Johnson, autograph bobblehead. Jorge Masvidal, autograph bobblehead. And there's Dustin Poirier, autograph bobblehead right there. It's kind of hiding a little bit. So I got Piotr Jan autograph right here. Dan Henderson autograph right here. Behind this is some art for Michael Chandler, Justin Gaethje fight. Over here is Anderson Silva autograph. Downstairs I have Robbie Lawler, Rory McDonald autograph, and Habib autograph. There you go. I have a video on the members only, Legalize. There's a members only video where I show all my memorabilia on there. Yeah, it's all real autographs. It's all real autographs. I collect a lot of MMA memorabilia in general. So, regardless of personality, based on skills, how would you see Sean match against Cruz, Aldo, TJ? I think he could beat Cruz. Cruz is just a little bit slow, getting a little bit old. That'd be the most interesting matchup right now. That's the fight I wanted more than Munoz. I think he loses to Aldo and loses to TJ. That's how you know bro hates O'Malley when he says he loses to a girl. I was kidding, dude. I was kidding. Calm down. Why does everyone try to shut down my comment? If Izzy beats Alex P, it's an easy run for middleweight GOAT status. I don't know. I think you're right. Yeah, Prime Cyborg. Yeah, I was just kidding. Sounds like you don't want it. Okay. Joey's biggest fights can happen for Usman, Izzy, Ngannou, Usman, Hamzat, Izzy, Pereira, Ngannou, Jones. I'd love to see them all. Izzy's telling people I'm so good, that's why it looks boring. Yeah, no. That's a terrible thing. Pereira versus Hamzat. I got Pereira. His power is overrated. Pereira versus Hamzat. I would take Pereira probably. I don't know though. His grappling is unknown. What is worst injury, doctor stoppage you have ever seen? In my opinion, it was Nate Diaz's eye. I don't think so. There's probably another one. Hamzat Mauls Pereira could very well be. His grappling is an unknown. Do you think Pereira getting the Yuri treatment, or is he getting 1-2 fights away from Izzy? No, he's fighting Izzy next. GSP got some criticism. Silva got a few times, but majority Silva was exciting fights. Looks like this guy just wants to talk crap, so there he goes. He can get put in timeout. I'm not dealing with these guys who just want to say things that just try to be shitty in the chat anymore. I'm just not dealing with it. We build a great community here. We don't need assholes in here. Somebody asked me a question. I'm answering it, dude. Stop being an asshole or get banned. There you go. Get timed out, my friend. Get timed out. Is it possible for Gaethje to get another shot at the title? I feel no. He's never getting another shot at the title. Silva had 3 boring fights, and Izzy had 3 as well. Romero, Whitaker 2, and now Jarrett. Some people say Vettori versus Izzy was boring, but heck no, it was not the most. Was boring, but heck no, it was not the most entertaining, but not boring. Yeah, I would probably agree with you on that one. Doctor stoppage for Leslie Smith's ear was bad. You're right. I already banned him. Yeah, troll. Yeah, yep. Put him out. Yep. Look, guys, I'm being dead serious. Look, there's nothing anybody can say to offend me. I mean that 100%, right? But the point of getting on here and streaming and talking to you guys is to have friendly discussion. We're like friends just talking, you know what I mean? Especially specifically about MMA, but a couple other things too. If you want to come here and just be an asshole, you know what happens? You don't get to be a part of it anymore. That's just it. I hate banning people. I hate timing people out. But if you want to come into the streams and act like an asshole for whatever reason, you're getting banned. You're getting timed out. I just don't want you here. Go to another channel and do that. That likes that. I don't want that. You're ruining the discussion. We're talking MMA here, and you're being an asshole. So, get out of here, my friend. Get out of it. We got to start a saying every time we ban someone. We all say something in the chat. But I don't know. Is the figures bobbleheads? Yes. Look, I'll show you my Poirier one since that one is off camera a little bit. There you go. And the autograph is on the base here. You see that right there? So, yep, it's a bobblehead. Ooh, he almost came off. He comes off the base, too. So, that's why I was holding on to him. He advises, I think, to put some hot glue in the holes. But, yeah, there you go. He's a little bit bobbling, but I'm not going to hit him too hard. I don't want to drop him. So, there you go. Yep, and every single one I have is autographed, so. Volk versus top 5 at lightweight and Usman versus top 5 at light heavyweight. Usman loses to every single one. Volk probably loses to everyone but Gaethje and Oliveira. I think those are winnable. Yeah, hope mate, definitely, haha. Silva has multiple iconic KOs. Comparing to Izzy is absurd. I'd agree. Yeah, you can't convince me that Israel Adesanya and Anderson Silva's boring performances are the same. Facts, those are sick. I can't lie. I appreciate it, my friend. Imagine Volk versus Justin would be a good fight. They can both shin each other, and I got Volk. I would take Volk in that fight too. Izzy could never do it like Prime Silva. Yeah, I think Prime Silva would wipe the floor with Izzy. Is Dustin doing a... I don't know. It's from an image from one of his fights where he stuck his tongue out. Random question. Most iconic press conference of all time. For me, it's got to be 229. For me, it's Conor versus Nate 1, UFC 196. They had an impromptu press conference in a gym. Best striker, wrestler, and BJJ of all time. Best striker, I'll say Anderson. Wrestler... GSP, I guess. BJJ, Damian Maia. I think Volk could beat Poirier too. Yeah, there's potential there. Who is running a better gym, Henry Cejudo or Uriah Faber? No idea. Joey, who wins a fantasy matchup? Dustin Poirier wins. Volk against Gaethje would be a great fight. I think Gaethje would win. It'd be interesting because of the size disadvantage. Who does Volk fight next? If he wants to stay super active, it's probably going to be Emmett. If not, he can wait for the winner of Oliveira versus Islam. Stipe would win. What's up, Mario? What's going on, man? Now, I think Izzy beats Prime Silva. Izzy was being nice when they fought. Nah, I don't think so. I think Anderson wipes the floor with him in his prime. Striker, Silva, wrestler, Habib, BJJ, Royce Gracie. There you go. Volk has more exciting fights at lightweight. Featherweight is boring, in my opinion. I'd agree. Yeah, I love the Maia pick. I couldn't think BJJ wise. Maia over Charles. Yeah, Maia has a more longevity with it. No, why don't they do Lawler? It's a guy with a very small company that makes them, and he has to get the fighter's permission to make them. So it's kind of like one of those things where hopefully one day. Gilbert, greatest press conference was McGregor Aldo. No. Best coach, CCC or Habib? I'll say Habib. Yeah, Maia was the beast in his prime. Yeah, you didn't want to go to the ground with Maia in his prime. Habib all day. What's next for Tony or Jones? Jones, Stipe, Tony. I want him to fight Nate Diaz, but they'll probably book him against some killer. He literally bred a whole camp of champ, and his promotion has some animals too. Okay. Who you got in the upcoming fight between Yair and Ortega? I'm leaning Yair. But it's going to be interesting because Holloway took Yair down. So, I don't know. Yair got taken down by Holloway. I think I said that backwards. So, if Ortega gets Yair down, he's probably going to submit him. But I think Yair is such a better striker than Ortega. But I'm leaning Yair right now. I might change my mind when I do my official prediction. Habib, okay. Habib, best wrestler, Charles, BJJ. If Conor didn't have his dead foot, he would... Okay, come on now. How's the latest O'Malley vid been doing? I haven't seen it, but I will soon. I don't know. I think it's been doing all right. Let me take a look. Let me take a look, my friend. If anybody's in here who hasn't liked the stream yet, like the stream. This has been a pretty live stream. Yeah, we got some good views on here. Where am I? What was I looking for? Oh, how's the video doing? I forgot to look at that. Was that my most recent video, right? It's doing pretty good. It's like trending in the middle of my videos, so it's doing decent. A lot of times what my videos do, they go out for a day, they do okay, and then the following like 2 to 3 days afterward, they just explode. And it's crazy. I mean, I remember I used to be excited to get 100 views. I mean, we're talking, it's been since my UFC. I mean, in my last like 12 videos, I have like 2 videos that are under 1,000. Everything else is 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. I mean, I used to be excited to get 100 views on YouTube. I mean, I don't remember the last bad video I had. The last bad video I had was Rogerio Bontorin versus Manuel Kopp. But that fight got canceled the day after I did it. So that video did garbage views. And also, I was doing it late in the week as well. So, Khabib, the most dominant fighter we've ever seen, not for debate. Doesn't matter resume. Okay. DC and Jones up there as well. They were off air. Joe's called DC something. They were saying they were threatening to kill each other. That was a good one. That wasn't a press conference, though. That was just an interview, I think. I like Yair more, but I pick Ortega. Fair enough. I would really be surprised if Volk loses at 45. Yeah, I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked. The Jorge one is sick. Yes, it is. Favorite submission. Favorite submission. What is my... I kind of like the... a standing rear naked is kind of my favorite, I would say. If I had a thought about it. What UFC event did you start your channel? What was the first prediction I did on the channel? I don't know. Let me take a look. It was around UFC 261. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Date Otis. My first prediction video was Marvin Vettori versus Kevin Holland. My second prediction video was Whitaker versus Gastelum. Got 32 views. My first prediction video got 39 views. My second prediction video got 32 views. Let's see. Where's my next prediction? My Usman Masvidal prediction video got 121 views. My Weili Zhang, this kind of inflated like after the fight, if I remember correctly. But my Weili Zhang Rose Namajunas video got 628 views, and I was like, "Holy crap! I can't believe I got all these views." Valentina versus Jessica Andrade did 190. I did a main card prediction video for UFC 261, got 55 views. Yeah, so I wasn't getting a lot of views by any means. By any means. Now, it's a different story. It's a different story. Now everything's doing success. Everything is having success, my friends. So, favorite rivalry? Probably Jones DC. I think I actually missed some things here. Chadman, no, I don't see him. He looked terrible in bare knuckle. Favorite knockout? Edson Barboza, Terry Edom. Favorite fight? Probably Yuri Glover at this point. If Yair looks like he did against Max, he might piece up Ortega. Yeah. One of the crazy submissions has to be DJ. Yes, last second. Wasn't that? No, that was Kyoji Horiguchi, wasn't it? The Ray Borg was the flying armbar. But the Kyoji Horiguchi, I think, was like the last 5 seconds of the fight. Already answered that. What's up, Blaze1? Thank you for being a member of the channel. That Patty Triangle is sick. Yes, it is. They've been some insane flying subs in other promotions. I pick one of those. Crazy how things changed. Featherweight is boring when it was just one of the most stacked divisions 3 years ago. KZ, Yair, Ortega, Zabit, Max, Volk, but KZ is, hate to say, is done. Zabit retired. Whitaker vs. Gastelum was the first fight watch stream on the channel, I think. Yeah, I used to get like 5 people in the stream. Maybe, if I was lucky. I was just trying to get better. That's what I was trying to do. The point of doing a bunch of videos and streams when I started, this is on my shirt here. The point of doing that stuff, is it still here? Was to make myself get better at what I was doing. I felt incredibly uncomfortable, but I wanted to do it so badly. I wanted to do it for so long. And as I just continued and continued and continued, it wasn't about getting views. It wasn't about doing anything crazy. It was literally about just getting better at what I was trying to achieve. And I believed if I could get better at it, then the views and the subscribers would come. We are what now? It started in April. So all of this April, May, June, we're 15 months in, 4,000 subs almost. That's not bad. I don't think it's bad at all. So we've come a long way. All my videos I've ever done are up on the channel. So Diaz Gogo Plata in Japan. Yes, that was amazing. You guys ever seen that submission by that random Asian versus Anderson Silva? That was a wild one. I think I have, but I don't remember it. So there you go. Yeah, forget about Zabit. You think Zabit could have beat Volk if he kept at it? No, he would have gassed out and lost. Imagine Vettori versus Strickland or Costa too. Imagine the press conference. Yeah, I would love to see Strickland versus Costa next. But it'd be a great press conference. Well, I love the growth, man. Keep going. I just recently become a UFC fan, and I was an NBA fan before, but basketball and football get very repetitive, so I wanted to get into another sport. You come to the right place, Air Mamba, man. There's a lot of people out there for some reason, and it's a flaw in the MMA community as a whole. For some reason, they don't like to accept newer fans. So we're happy to have you here, man. Hell, I think Volk over Izzy at this point, that's a stretch. Yeah. You get a lot of trolls in your comments? No, I wouldn't say not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot. Because I really don't respond to them and I just ban them. So Zabit by far was the most complete fighter, arguably on the roster. And no, not at all. Fight of the year so far, easily Yuri Glover. Knockout of the year so far. Submission of the year so far. I can't think of that off the top of my head. Knockout of the year. There's nothing coming to mind. But I know there's something. Zabit was the biggest what if ever. I agree. Joey fantasy fight. Takeya versus Yudong. Takeya Mitsugaki versus Yudong. I don't know why that's a fantasy fight, but okay. Yes, definitely. But best Zabit props to anyone who finds passion outside of fighting. Yeah, I'm happy for him. If you're stuck on an island with one meal to eat for the rest of your life, what would it be? You get a full course with beverage. Full course meal with beverage. Jeez, man, I don't know. Yeah, it's got to be cooked the same way every day. I guess like a steak meal, maybe like a, like a nice ribeye or something like that. I don't know. With some mac and cheese and some mashed potatoes. There you go. And some sweet tea. Zabit would probably win the first round or two if his gas tank holds up. And then he gasses, yeah. That's why we got to be grateful when we got him and get dudes paid like Max Charles, okay? That Burns Hamzat was good. Yeah, that was probably right up there with one of the best fights of the year. Last two fights or last fight with two names I don't even know, but I didn't see the fight. I don't know what you're saying, man. Jalen Turner, okay. Joe, if the UFC made a card in Japan, who would you put on that card? I don't know. I guess Japanese fighters, but I don't know who specifically is from from Japan. I haven't said who's from Japanese. Yeah, I don't know. I guess don't they like anime in Japan? Put Izzy on the card. He can sell the card. Is Costa Rockhold still scheduled? Yes, for UFC 278 now. Main event Yuri, yeah. Burns Hamzat was good. Jalen Turner is legit. Agreed. Tony versus Chandler has to be KO of the year. That shit was brutal. You agreed. I think yep. KO of the year has to be Chandler. Tony, hate to say it, I agree. Who should Jones fight next? I want to see him wait for Ngannou. That's the fight I want to see. That is the fight that I would like to see. I sat in a dark room staring at my wall for 20 minutes after Tony versus Chandler. That sucks, man. Takeo versus Yadong. Who wins? Probably Yadong. Hey, MMA Joey, this is Anthony. Back at it again at home, not Amazon. It's my day off. What's going on, Anthony Martinez? My boy's watching from the comfort of his home. That's a nice change of pace, man. I'm happy to hear it. How many times have I answered this question? Nothing against you, man. Charles Oliveira by submission. I'm going to scream it. The Glover Yuri pay-per-view was good. Def card of the year, for sure. O'Malley versus Cejudo. Yeah, that's never going to happen. That is never going to happen. So let me take a look. All right, guys, we've been on here for a long time. This has been a very live stream. We're 2 hours and 24 minutes into this stream. Guys, if you want the stream to keep going, fill the chat with questions. So if you're lurking behind the scenes right now, we got 70 people in here right now. Put some questions in the chat. Put some questions in the chat right this very second if you want the stream to continue. We'll go for a little bit longer regardless, though, because I know there'll be some. Submission of the year, Vanessa Demopoulos. Speaking, now I'll say Gaethje. Gaethje Charles. Speaking of John Ngannou, who wins in what round? I'll say John Jones by 4th round submission. Chandler versus Justin Gaethje, my favorite fight of all time, showed me why I'm a fan. The 3rd round was awful, though. But yeah, it was a great fight for sure. I loved it. I feel like Ortega versus Yair might be up there with fight of the year. I hope so. Favorite dessert? I don't necessarily have one, to be honest. I like this question answer sheet. I'm glad you like it, Prison Mike. Gon versus Stipe. I'd take Gon probably. Nah, I'd probably take Stipe out grappling him. There's always people lurking. Look, if you're lurking right now, look, if you guys want this to be a 3-hour stream, right? I'll do a 3-hour stream. We got to get enough money together to buy this Chito Vera flash KOing Sean O'Malley autograph, okay? So I can put it in my background. Look at this, guys. This autograph is $80. If we get enough money, in super chats on the stream, I'm gonna go buy this immediately after this stream, and I'll do a 3-hour stream. So there's your guys' incentive. We'll do 3 hours if we get a combination of enough to buy the Sean O'Malley Chito Vera autograph. But regardless, even if we don't, I'm still going to go for a little bit longer anyway. So don't feel obligated. Silva versus GSP at 85, both in their prime. Who do you got? Oh, probably Silva. But I don't know. Maybe GSP might out-grapple him. Oh, yeah, 100% right. Sub of the year is Yuri. Don't forget about that. I forgot about that because the fight was so amazing. I forgot it ended in submission. Diamond Chandler has to be next. Yeah, that's the fight I want. That's the fight that I want. I feel like Ngannou would sleep Jones. I don't care. Okay. But dude, it'd be hilarious though. Gon versus Ngannou rematch intrigues me. Yeah, I guess it would be fun. It was a good first fight. I mean, not that great. Damn, Yuri running for fight of the year. If he got that fight of the year and submission of the year, fight of the year, submission of the year, and fighter of the year. And fight of the year. So there you go. That'd be crazy. Joe, if the UFC were to make a China card, who would you have on that card? Can't be Weili Xiaonan. I mean, you wouldn't put them against each other, but you could put Weili versus Carlo. O'Malley versus winner of Cruz Chito. I'd like to see it. Poirier versus Chandler. Gilbert versus Masvidal. I would go Poirier because Chandler's a little bit chinny, and Poirier has a better gas tank. Gilbert Masvidal, I'd go Gilbert out grappling him. Not gonna lie, it would be funny, it'd be hilarious, dude. Since you got Nunes over Pena, if Tate loses to Murphy, the fake goat, who's the goat? Who do you got? I don't know, man. I'm not even sure what that question means. I would probably take Nunes if she beats Pena badly. But I don't know. I might pick Shevchenko too. I picked her in the first two, and I thought she won the second one. I'm telling you, Joey, everyone thinks you hate O'Malley. Well, they can go ahead. I really don't. I swear. I would tell you if I did. I can't stand Tony Kelly. Who else can I stand? There's a couple I can't stand, but it's not. Sean O'Malley's not one of them. I'm going to head to bed now. Have a good rest of your night and stream. I will, Lucid. Thank you for being a part of it. We'll stream in live Wednesday at 6 p.m. as well if you want to join. I can't wait for Jones to return. They just want to see his frame and style at heavyweight. Agreed. Costa versus Chimaev. Who wins? Probably Costa. Bro, can we please get an O'Malley poll? All in good fun. I know what the poll is going to say. I already know what the poll is going to say. Poll is the only way we can settle this. Look, I'll do the poll, but we need a donation to the Chito Vera autograph Sean O'Malley flash KO. Look, even a small one, and I'll do the poll. That's the agreement. I need you to support the autograph purchase for the background. Song Yudong versus who? He is fighting Corey Sandhagen. So Sean had his eyes closed in that photo. Is he a still true champion? Okay. July 30th is in Houston, and Derek Lewis 0-2 in Houston, but third time's the charm. Could very well be. Jeremy Stevens. Yeah, I do hate Jeremy Stevens. So there you go. Joey, are you excited for UFC 278? Yes, I am. Yanez set Kelly to a place of no return. Yeah. I used to hate Chris Weidman, too. I didn't like the way Anderson Silva broke his leg, and then he trotted around the cage celebrating for a little bit. And then, you know what I mean? It was just one of those things where I hated him for a while, but then he got the breaks beat off him by Luke, and then he broke his own leg. So now I kind of forgiven him as a fan. So, Bryce Mitchell says the most ridiculous things, but I look at him like a lost puppy. I haven't paid attention to him too much. It's in Dallas, actually. Is Colby Covington someone you can't stand or nah? I find him cringy. I don't know if I necessarily can't. I put him in the same category as Adesanya. Just very cringy. Joey doing us dirty. What's your stream schedule and what time do you usually stream at? Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern. Usually for fight night cards on a Saturday, I at least do the main card, but usually I'll start like a half hour early. And then typically anywhere from 6 to 10 p.m. Eastern time is when I'm streaming. I just do random streams. I have a members only Discord where if you sign up even for 1 month, you can become a part of the members Discord. I always let everyone know in Discord when I'm doing a random stream. Like tonight's just a random stream that I decided to do. And everyone knew in the Discord beforehand. I got this, guys. I'll make sacrifices. What are you talking about? What are you making sacrifices? Prison Mike, thank you for the $5 donation. Or the $4.99 donation. Is that for the poll? Was that exclusively for the poll or not? Let me know, Prison Mike. If it was for the poll, I'll do it. But if it wasn't, I'm not doing it. We'll wait for someone else. Put a donation goal, and you should do donations through Streamlabs. Yeah, I'll have to do that one day. I don't know. I've never set that up. I have Streamlabs, but I have to do that through OBS. Yeah, I'll set it up. Maybe I'll set it up before Wednesday, and I'll do Chito Vera, Sean O'Malley autograph. I got it, guys. Okay, so that was for the poll, I guess. Okay, I'll do it. Guys, do not let me down. For those who like me and know that I'm an honest person, do not let me down. I'm not lying. I am not lying. But I know what the poll is going to do. But it doesn't matter. I'm okay with it. You donated, I'll do it. Do I hate Sean O'Malley? Do I hate Sean O'Malley with a burning passion? I'll make it a little bit more fun. There you go. Don't let me down, guys. I'm going to go vote on my personal channel. I hope it does that thing where it flips your votes intentionally. So let's take a look. There we go. I know you guys are going to vote. I know what you guys are voting for sure. But I'll do it anyway. Because honestly, I really don't. I'm telling you, I don't. I was rooting for him to beat Pedro. So, there you go. I know what you guys are going to do. We'll check back out on the poll in a little bit. I'm in StreamYard, so I can't necessarily see it if I don't go back to the studio. But I will eventually do this. I got it, guys. Sean Giving. Do you think Edwards has a chance against Usman? Yes, he does. We want an O'Malley reaction emoji. Okay, that will be in the future. Honestly, Ortega doesn't get enough credit for his improved striking. Looked amazing versus TKZ. Kept up well in Volk rounds 1 and 2 and dropped Volk in 3. Did he drop him, though? I thought he slipped. Hey, Joey, have you heard of the UFC new prospect, Troy? Local East Coast prospect with a... No, I have not. I have not heard of him. Just having fun. I don't know what's going on, but Soy YouTube is making it hard to donate, like my card is banned or something. Yeah, I have no idea. I really don't. I have no idea how it works. I also have a PayPal link in the description if anybody wants to donate via PayPal. Laugh my LMFAO, Prison Mike. Ironically, I voted no. I really don't. Why would I sit here and lie? I just don't get it. If I disliked him, why would I lie about it? Not one time on this channel have I ever told a lie. So, Cyborg smokes him in a street fight for sure. I believe you. You seen the new movie Black Phone or whatever it's called? Yes, I have. It was not that good. Same. He ain't really hate anyone. Yeah. Not really. Not really hating anyone for sure. Nah, that's true. Haha. Mohammed Mokayev. Thank you for Prison Mike for believing me, by the way. I don't know if I already said that or not. Mohammed Mokayev going to be champion soon. Give or take 2 more fights. He's going to need a couple more than that, I think. What do you feel about UFC 280 main event will be? I feel like we haven't heard anything yet. When is 280? UFC 280. 280 is in October. Who is going to be on that card? October, 3 months from now. Maybe we'll see Yuri. Yeah, because 279 is probably going to be Jones versus Stipe. We could see, I don't know, Sterling versus TJ is probably on 279. Yeah, I'll say it's probably going to be Yuri. Maybe Yuri fighting. Or Volk if he's super active. Because how bad you hate him. Who would win between Prime DC and Prime Francis? Probably Prime DC. It's crazy to think Volk could be triple champ if he can get to 135 somehow. True. Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it that much. It was okay. It was entertaining, but it's not something I would recommend to go see. It's not something I would recommend. After Volk got top, he destroyed Ortega, but Ortega caught a second win in that 5th. Volk was a bit gassed due to trying to finish him, but Ortega came back in the 5th and even hurt Volk in the last 5 seconds. Yeah, I mean, Volk definitely got tired in that fight because of a massive output. What are your thoughts on 277 as a whole? I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's amazing. What's 279? Right now it's TJ versus Aljamain. And I think Costa... No, that's on 278. Never mind. 280 is going to be a free card. I hope so. Prime DC, I think Francis in his prime right now, and he still only has a puncher's chance against DC. Yeah, DC would drop him on his head. LOL. Ortega's second win came from 5-minute privilege break. Okay. How do you think Yair versus Volk would go if Yair gets the win? I think Volk would beat him, but it'd be very interesting because Yair is super dynamic. Ben Askren, GOAT. Yeah, sure. Volkanovski will lose to an elite wrestler. I doubt it. Yes. Was UFC 276 officially let down? Yes. Where do you think Gaethje actually ranks in the lightweight division? About somewhere in the top 5. Who wins Prime O'Malley, Prime Cejudo, Prime Cejudo? Realistically, you think Izzy and Alex can happen before the end of the year or beginning of next year? Yes, I do. I think it will happen. I think it'll happen before the end of the year. All right, guys, we did the poll. 32% say no, 68% say yes. All right, guys, we've been on here for 2 hours and 37 minutes. I appreciate you guys for joining me. I will be streaming Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you care to join me there for my weekly live chat, I do it every Wednesday. Go watch my Sean O'Malley video. Go watch my Israel Adesanya video versus Alex Pereira. Go watch my UFC 276 post-fight. Go watch my video on did Pedro Munoz quit in the Sean O'Malley fight. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the stream. Before you go, run up the likes on the stream. I am going to sleep. It is entirely too late, guys. I stayed up this late for you guys. So I appreciate the conversation. And I will talk to you guys on Wednesday, I guess. So enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and I'll talk to you later.